You're listening to Tits Live. We're going to go into a news conference with Bob Stoops.
Okay, I'm here. I want to take a couple of questions. I'm excited about this new career change. I'm coming out of retirement, and I'm just really excited about the opportunity. This is going to happen next year, and I just wanted to come out and just say how excited I am. So I'll take any questions if you got any out there. You, white guy.
Mr. Stoops, will your new position be moving you away from the Oklahoma area?
I'm glad you asked that question. No, my wife, kids, they go to school here. Well, my wife, whatever, she doesn't go to school. So we're going to stay here. I'm going to Uber down to Dallas, taking over the Dallas market. I'm going to just dominate Dallas, and I'm just going to Uber. So if you're an Uber driver, I'll tip you. Next question. Yeah, hippie over there in the back.
Yeah, like Coach Stoops and stuff. Which team are you gonna coach?
I'm gonna be the head coach and the general manager of the Dallas team. We haven't come up with a mascot yet. I think we're gonna vote on it, something like that. Personally, I'm hoping for the Trojans. I'm not gonna go too deep into why, but I'm just hoping for like a warrior Spartan type of thing, and then we can wear the skirts. That's what I'm pushing for, but it's not my, it's not my league. So, you homeless guy.
I noticed you come in a pink Cadillac. I'm wondering how the Mary Kay business that your wife runs is going to affect your coaching. You're going to bring some of the pink into the into the coaching.
Well, let me just stop you right there, homeless guy. I appreciate the question, but I've always said I'm no Mary Kay bitch, but I do have a Stoops pink Cadillac that I do have. Can't deny it. There's something manly about it, I think. That's why I was thinking about the skirt option for the Trojan or the Spartan guy. But yeah, appreciate the question. My wife does very well in Mary Kay. I'm sick and tired of it. I'm ready to get back into coaching. Next.
Coach Stoops.
Yeah, you, fat guy.
Will you be promoting the WWE as well with all of this?
Wait a minute, are you a guy or a female? I can't even tell.
I'm both.
I'm sorry. Okay. I'm not judging. What was the question again?
Will you be promoting the WWE as well?
Oh, well, okay. All right. So, yes, the XFL, it's owned by Vince McMahon, WWE, and, I'm hoping to get The Rock on my left, maybe a little John Cena on my right. You know what I'm saying?
Bob Stoops! It's me, Macho Man Randy Savage!
Oh, no.
You! Me! Thursday night! I want to see you in WrestleMania! It's gonna go down! Let me tell you, the XFL is like a single grain of sand in the Sahara Desert that is Macho Madness.
Macho Man, I'll tell you what, right now, it's going down. You and me, cage match 2020.
I don't know if you know what you're into here, Stoops, but being a wrestler is like walking on the treadmill of life. You get off it, and it just keeps going.
Look, I know you just came back from the dead. I feel like I have an advantage. I'm still alive. And you're going to be able to hear it live 2020 on the show known as Tits.
We're in first place in the frickin' Idiot League.
Idiots Talk Sports Show. Sports talk. Funny and uncensored.
Good afternoon. You are listening and watching The Idiots Talk Sports, also known as Tits, coming to you live and recorded from the On the Border studios here in Oklahoma City. A different On the Border studios today. We had to make some adjustments. We now get, I don't know what you can see in the background, but we get to see a little car porn today. One of the busier intersections of the city. And that's going on in the backdrop. We have a couple of homeless people really working it and a guy taking a nap. So you're watching live.
Sorry, but this intersection, it reminds me a lot of my ex-wife's twat.
Come to think of it.
It was rather busy, too.
Wow. Okay, so anyway, but we are the guys known as Tits. And I'm really excited to talk about sports and other things today, as we've got all sorts of stuff coming up. And we are, of course, brought to you in part by Whiskey Dicks. Whiskey Dicks, your men's health solution. Guys, we've got a Super Bowl summary to talk about. Last week's Super Bowl that took place. Maybe some of the other nuances with the Super Bowl. We've got some NBA talk. Trade deadline. We've got new rules being put out potentially for Major League Baseball to speed up the game.
Major League Baseball.
Major League Baseball. And we've also got some minor league football to talk about. That's kind of odd this time of year. We don't normally have football to talk about, but we'll have that today. And of course, hopefully you'll stick around. We are, of course, every week we play a game called Dirty Dictionary. One of my favorites. It's epic.
Me too.
And
if you hang around for this whole show,
yeah,
it's my favorite part. If you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We are totally mooring the shit out of it by, saving the best for last. So.
There you go.
Well, it's also kind of it gets progressively worse. By the time the end of the show, like we could start out kind of like, oh, well, how is everything?
Right.
How are we?
Yes.
We don't start with the Dirty Dictionary because it's kind of like, you're working your way up to that because it gets nasty. It gets real, after we do Dirty Dictionary, I'm a little sticky.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Well,
filthy.
there's probably another reason for that, but
a little filthy, if you will.
I'm like, oh, I need a bath.
Yeah.
I don't know why
You start off
like that.
you start off above ground, and then all of a sudden you find yourself in the muck,
Right.
so to speak. It's kind of like karaoke nights at the bar. Like you start off, and you're like, I'm going to do this song that I really want to sound good in, and then once you're 15 sheets to the wind, you're just like, I don't care anymore. I'm going to do It Wasn't Me by Shaggy, and you're just on the floor and all over the pool table and rubbing up on a stranger. And
I feel like whenever
I don't think he liked it when you did that last night, dude.
it's confession time. But I think it's also good to, we're starting with this live thing, primarily on Facebook. So we encourage everybody to comment.
please tell us where you're listening from.
Yeah, comment right down here.
Is that the comment area?
This is
comment. Please hit like. Please the OMG face. There's all sorts of little things you can hit. Comment. Just an easy thing. Let us know where you're listening or watching from. I'm just kind of curious. Is it here in Oklahoma City? Is it outside the state? You just never know who's watching and from where. So yeah, please let us know where you're from. And glad everybody's watching and listening. So
There might be somebody from Michigan.
yeah.
Because when I was working at Denny's, they had there were some guys that called, and it was just a prank call, just to just to fuck with me. And I can't remember, but they were asking well, do you guys have pumpernickel? It was really goofy.
Pumpernickel.
I don't know.
Bread?
I don't know. But anyway, so it was obvious that it was a prank call.
Oh.
And so then we started talking sports because they said they were from Michigan. And then, went into, I was talking about OU. And then, so then I told them about the show and where to find us. As a matter of fact, I could hear them over the phone. They were looking it up. on their cell phones or whatever, and I could hear them playing an episode. So
Oh, wow. Okay, very
we know
nice.
we know that they've at least listened to that.
At least that segment. Absolutely. All right, so without further ado, how's everybody's week this week?
Paul had a really great week.
Did he?
Yeah.
Is there something you're thinking of?
I mean,
something happened to Paul I don't know about?
I launched a new product at work. I don't know if anybody cares.
See?
Pretty fantastic. Kind of boring.
Yeah, state of the art.
It
Will it
wasn't
end up on
boring
a
to me.
magazine?
Yeah, it wasn't boring to me.
Yeah.
But
Don't put the kids next to the window or.
as far as
Should be fine.
my work goes, it was phenomenal. A red letter week for me.
Good.
I think what Tim is really saying is that he must not have had such a good week.
Let's hear about it. Oh, I'm just kidding. We don't even have to. If we want, we can go into bar updates.
No, I guess. I mean, the rest of the week, this was just like literally the worst week of my life. And you guys know me that if I say something like that, I really want to make sure that it's, legit or whatever. So I was sitting there trying to think of all the worst weeks I've ever had in my life, and I could not think of anything that was close.
Not even the week where you were attacked by the raccoon?
Oh yeah, that was pretty bad. But that was just, that was pretty
worse
short.
than the raccoon?
This is worse than the raccoon. But yeah, so Jose asked. He sent me a message asking if I wanted to come over to his motel room, and
Oh my God.
so it already
We don't
sounds
need
bad,
a
right?
confession hour, but
Like,
maybe we should go into the bar talk. I don't know. How is this going to turn out?
his grab your ankles.
Whoa.
But he's
He
short.
does say bend over and I'll show you a lot.
But
You finally capitalized on it.
if he told me to grab my ankles, he's kind of short, so he'd probably have to get up, stand up on a phone book or something like that to be able to reach certain things.
All
Yeah.
right.
Okay.
But yeah, so he invited me over for beer and rummy, and I reluctantly went.
The
and-
card game?
Yeah,
Oh, cool. I love that game.
it is. I forgot how good of a game it was, and the person that invented it's really smart and
Yeah.
good strategy and all. Anyways,
How could this go wrong?
So, I had played rummy with them a couple nights before or something like that. So when was this? This was last Friday night? Thursday. No, it was like Wednesday or Thursday night. Anyways, so I went over there. We were drinking beer. I thought it was just going to be him and I was just going to go ahead and stay the night there. And then some chick that he messages shows up. They start he takes turns playing his hand and then going over and making out with her and back and forth. And then eventually, I look up and they're both with all the clothes on, passed out on the bed, in a weird angle. The bed goes like this,
Yeah.
but they were passed out like that. But they weren't scissoring, but
Okay. All
well,
right.
Jose
Yeah.
has said he's got a really small penis, so scissoring may be,
You got to mash that shit.
yeah, may work wonders for him.
Right.
Anyway, so eventually, he starts smoking a cigarette in this non-smoking room. She does too, so I start smoking one too. And then eventually he goes, yeah, we're gonna, we'll start smoking outside again. So I went outside without jacket or anything. It was pretty cold, but I was just yeah, just smoke the cigarette. But he locked me out. And,
Because it was go time.
yeah, because it was time for him to fuck this chick.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did he tell you, by the way, I'm going to fuck this chick? So you gotta go, man.
Yeah.
Did
Yeah.
he say it?
No, it's just kind of implied, yeah, you're out in the cold now.
Implied. Okay.
Yeah.
But you knew, they just gave each other a look
No,
Right.
No, I didn't want her even there. I just wanted a place to chill and drink beer and play cards and stuff, and then
Maybe get a little spoonage. You
get
never
some-
know.
Get
but
some, yeah.
you suddenly got in the way of action.
Well,
Right.
he shouldn't have fucking called bitches after inviting me over to drink beer and rummy and stuff, you know.
Is that a okay?
All right.
So
But anyway, so
that doesn't sound so bad.
I knocked on the door and finally got him to answer. I'm like, can I at least get my shit? You know, it's fucking cold out here. Let me grab my jacket and my backpack and all that stuff. So I grabbed all that stuff, started walking around. I called for a cab. I didn't know what, you know, and I'm intoxicated. I didn't know what the name of the freaking motel was. So they kept on saying something about Super 8 Motel and these other ones that are more prominent in the front, right off of Meridian.
Yeah.
So I just started walking over there. I'm like, I'll just call them from there, and so that way they know exactly where I'm at, so it's easier. So right before I get around the corner, I hear a guy behind me go, sir? And I turned and looked at him, and he showed me his gun, and then I saw another guy that was with him, and they said, yeah, give me your wallet and your phone. And, yeah.
Wow.
Are you shitting me? He had a gun like this?
Yeah, he was just letting me know,
Like you
being
saw the
did-
gun?
yeah, it's like showing me the gun, like, I will kill you unless you give me your shit. And so
So he's just trying to be indiscreet or
Yeah.
discreet about it?
yeah,
I mean,
he's trying to be discreet about it. And then, yeah.
what was the
so
other guy doing?
He was just standing there, I guess, for backup and everything. You know, they had hoodies on, and then they had those, like, bandana masks that have, like, the skull
Oh, wow.
thing on them.
Man, if the other guy's got the gun, why do you need backup?
Yeah,
Isn't the gun backup?
right.
True. Well, I
Well,
mean,
you know.
strength
But
in
I guess, yeah. There's the wolves, the impacts.
strength
guess.
in numbers.
Right.
So,
What, can I? That does sound bad. This is the worst thing that's ever happened to you.
yeah, I've never been held at gunpoint before, and
Have you? Funny story. I won't get into it, but I have.
I think I remember you telling me about that once.
Yeah. So, but I was too fucked up to care at the time, so I don't know if that matters. But
It helps.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
No. Let me ask you a question though. How disappointed were they when they got back to the car? Like, what was in the wallet? How devastating was this?
Well, I had like $55, but it was close to the, you know, it was pretty much, it was most of what I had left. And
If they took my wallet now, they would be sad. I would be way pissed because I have no money in my wallet.
Yeah. They would just have to rush to, like, use the debit cards or whatever.
Right, very
that you're
quickly.
already canceling. Yeah.
Yes, they'd have to be fast, but they'd be probably disappointed. But they were not. They got 50-something bucks from you.
yeah, and I mean, the main thing is like, you know, my ID so I can, you know, try and find more work, and my phone.
Well, yeah, no, there's no doubt that all that crap is devastating. Like the ID, any cards you have.
Yeah, there was some stuff in there that's gonna make my life really difficult to attain.
Did you call the police?
I went into Denny's afterwards, and you know, I'm intoxicated. I go in there and I tell them, you know, I'm just distraught, and they see the look in my face. But I tell one of the new managers, I was like, yeah, I'm just held at gunpoint, and I'm just still trying to figure out what the fuck to do, you know.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I guess I need to call the cops or something. And they kind of, him and the servers and everything were just like, oh, Tim's being fucking crazy, or, you know, it was like they didn't believe me. And they were,
That's kind of a crazy story.
they were,
Yeah.
well, I guess from what I understand, not
But
in
in
that
that area,
area.
in that area, come on. Like, that's a rough area.
Homeless Central. We see them all the time on the show.
We do. We see, yeah, it's not just homeless, but, like, I mean, you got prostitutes, you got the whole thing, man.
whole kid and
the whole
caboodle.
shebang over in that area. So,
Man.
yeah, so I don't see why it'd be that unlikely of a story in that area, you know.
So long story short, at the end of that, I called the cops and I was told them what happened, and I don't know. I just like stood around just trying to figure stuff out. I didn't think that it was like, it worried me that like the police would come out and they either A, wouldn't believe me because I was intoxicated, and or B, they would like arrest me because, you know, I've had nights like that where it's like, why am I being arrested, or why am I getting in trouble for...
So you didn't trust the police to come out?
Yeah, I mean, like,
And
what
what
the
are they
fuck? What the
gonna
fuck
do
are they gonna
anyway?
do anyways?
Well-
Did you go back to Jose?
Oh hell no, because then I would have had to walk right by where those guys were.
Oh.
So
enough.
I walked to a Circle K. There's
do you-
3 of them right there, but I walked to a Circle K, tried to get a cab out there. It was unbelievable. It took me 3 hours to get a cab out there that night. Because I walked to one Circle K. The person that was working there was being a dick and not letting me stay inside and everything. And then so I went to the other Circle K, and that guy was really nice and let me chill inside and stuff while I waited for a long ass time for a cab. So that's the end of that night.
How do you feel about that area now? Like, did that, would you,
Did it deter me from going back over there?
yeah.
Fuck yeah, yeah. I guess I'll probably end up having to go to Jose's again, but I don't know. Definitely walking around after dark.
Right.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man.
But if I go over to Jose's and he kicks me out again because he's wanting to fuck this chick, it's like, well, I don't know what I would do.
You
in
should
that
always
scenario.
have an escape plan, I think, when you're hanging out with Jose. It sounds like
Yes.
you
Plan-
need to have
plan
an
B.
exit
Yeah.
strategy.
Always have an exit strategy. Yeah,
You did last night. That was pretty slick.
I did. I exited. Yeah, it was time.
And it was good timing because you're going over there. I don't know if you were going over there to help out with whatever Brandon and that thing was going on, or
Yeah.
if you were just using that as a, okay, yeah, cool.
No, I was genuinely helping with that because he was trying to get in yet another fight, and then it's like, okay, you guys are cool, we're good, I'm out of here.
Well, and that guy he was talking to, trying to get into a fight with, he was gone.
Yeah, I don't understand. I think he used his full name, but we call him B. I don't know.
Oh,
He's
sorry.
always trying to get in fights with these people, but usually the people he's getting in fights with are like so far gone. Like there's no purpose for a fight. Like you could just go like that,
I was
and the
just about
guy
to-
just goes down. I mean, he's just that far gone. So
Maybe that's intentional then.
maybe I don't know.
Maybe he's looking for an easy fight.
Maybe he's like, hey, yo, bro, you're up in here and you're just all messed up, But it's just like
That's actually kind of
he
good.
does kind of sound like him, actually. he does kind of sound like this. It's almost kind of if you mix Carlton, a little bit of Carlton with some, I don't know. He's
Carlton from
Yeah.
Fresh Prince.
Hey there. I'm gonna go up and do some Red Hot Chili Peppers tonight. I think that's actually a pretty decent impression.
It's really
actually,
good.
That's funny. So if you ever come back out, you gotta meet this guy. And,
All right.
and see if this
His
Judge
buddy,
your-
right.
his buddy that's known him for 20-something years, he did an impression of him. I was like, damn.
Yeah, when you're around people so long, sometimes you just pick up mannerisms or you pick up stuff, So.
There are people that I've known in person who I do a better impression of than celebrities.
Yeah.
Which is such a shame, especially if that person isn't around anymore. I do a spot on. I mean, I pride myself in one particular impression of this guy I used to know. It was so fucking good, and I shit you not. Here's how good it was. I used to work with him, okay? And this guy, this guy was missing. He was out one day, and this guy talked to him from like his cubicle or something.
Yeah.
He's talking to him, and he doesn't know that the guy's not at his desk. So I'm like, and I did. So I was sitting there, and it's just me and him. And I was like, I said, he was like asking him a question, and I said, "Go fuck yourself."
Did he think it was
And,
him?
what I heard was the guy slowly
peek
walks
over.
over to his desk and he goes, Paul, was that you? I'm like, no.
Of course not.
No, with me.
I wouldn't dream of it.
To this day, that guy won't admit it, but I was like, but I feel like my impression was so spot on.
That he was still questioning.
He won't admit that
Yeah.
he thought it really was him.
It helps that this particular guy had a very distinct voice, and he was
was a big personality. I love this guy, you know. But he reminded me kind of like one of those party guys on. We're two wild and crazy guys. He reminded me.
Oh yeah, the brothers.
He would have his.
Yeah.
He had his shirt kind of unbuttoned, and he always had a gold
We're
chain
just
or
a
whatever.
bunch of couple of wild and crazy guys.
And he was from Romania, so it gave him kind of a.
Thank you very much.
But he had this pompadour, you know, and he'd be like, "Hey, how is everyone? Yes, you know, it's good to see you. How is it? You know." My impression of him, though, like, he's much more of a partier.
Sure.
He would tell crazy stories. I'm sorry, I gotta tell you. One funny story that this guy told me. He was like, when he used to live up in New York, okay? He rented a place. I don't know. And he said his landlord came out. He had Christmas, whatever. For some reason, this guy was just, when he took his Christmas tree, he just chunked it in the garage. And it's laying there. The needles are falling over the place. Landlord comes in for some reason and is kind of looking around. He's like a New York, you know. He's like, hey, well, you got this Christmas tree just sitting here in the garage. What's going on? And he says, oh, it's a Romanian custom to do this. And the guy bought it. That's what gets me. He's like, oh, I didn't realize it was a religious observance.
I don't want to offend you or anything.
Yeah, I don't want to offend you. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't mean to insult your customs. So I cracked up because, like, so thereafter, anytime the dude would fuck something up, I'd be like, it's a Romanian custom.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, we messed that up.
You can't argue it. Yeah.
We take shits like all over people's desk, and it's just something we do.
That's what we do in Romania. You cannot insult my custom, okay?
So he really let the New York take effect, cause like, yeah, you know, well, forget about it. Like,
Sorry, that's my little story of that guy, but yeah, I do a great impression of this guy nobody fucking knows.
That's right.
You know?
It reminds me of a joke you used to do back in the 90s and stuff like that, because this guy's voice is so unique that, you know, your joke was some people's voices are just so unique and obvious or whatever, they could never get away with prank calling people. Like, ring, 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 hello? I've been looking at you through the window. Like,
Right.
Don Knotts, yeah.
Yeah,
I've been looking at you through the window.
Yeah.
Is this Don Knotts? Ah!
Right.
So this guy could never prank you guys.
No, he'd be like, hey, is your refrigerator running?
It's old Chekhov again.
You'd better catch it.
I just ordered 500 pizzas that aren't yours.
Is this you, Radu? I swear.
His name's Radu.
Yes.
Radu.
Radu.
It's like a spaghetti sauce, man. Damn,
It's in
The
there.
thick and
it's
chunky
in there.
one.
It's in there.
Man, there are so many urban myths about that dude too. Like he could come back up. I can't even go into it. I can't go into it. Not today. Not today, Satan.
Not today. Not going into that wormhole. Oh my gosh. So this week there's some bar activity, but I'll be honest, man, I've been, well, you all know, I've been sick like for weeks now, and I'm normally not sick
It's called AIDS at
for
this
weeks. Yeah. I finally got it diagnosed. It's AIDS with a hint of
With a hint.
With a hint.
Martha Stewart.
With a
I was gonna
splash.
say the
With a
recipe.
splash of herpes. You know?
I can just see the doctor like, well, based on the length of your illness
Yeah.
here, we have to go with AIDS.
Yeah. I'm surprised. Are you still alive? I don't. Yeah.
Check his pulse, nurse.
Like, doctor,
Yeah.
how long
Button up
do
your
I,
blouse.
doctor, how long do I have?
And then he
5.
pulls out a spray bottle, sprays me in the face. I'm like, well, what was that? And he's like, well, that was a splash of anti-herpes. No,
They have that?
yeah.
That would be useful.
Yes.
You just take a spray to the. Like, how many hundreds of years do you go back in medicine?
Modern
med-
technology. Yeah, modern medicine.
You had Albacino over there going, hey, you know, like, yes, look at the black bile here. That's clearly, get the leeches.
No, but it turns out I did have what is called bronchitis. He said, you have bronchitis. To which, of course, I said,
Please.
What'd I say?
Ain't nobody got time for that.
That's
Tell
what
me
I-
you said that.
That's what I said.
Nice.
Of
you
course.
really?
Hell yeah.
Oh.
You got bronchitis.
Ain't nobody
got time for that.
Yeah, if that's not second nature to people,
Yeah,
it
that should be. Yeah.
Is that what she was talking about on that deal?
Yeah, she goes.
God.
She
Oh,
goes,
because she had to like go downstairs
Because there was
or
a fire in
something.
the
I
apartment.
got bronchitis.
ain't nobody got time
Nobody
for
got
that.
time for that. Well,
I
I didn't
forgot
have
about
time
that
for
part.
it either.
Shit, that woman got famous. She started doing
Commercials.
for
Dental?
dentists.
Yeah.
It's like, I do have time for that.
Yeah, there was some auto place, the car place, and then the dental deal. Yeah.
I
remember.
hope she made out.
Brown. Sweet brown.
Sweet Brown.
Yeah.
Sweet brown.
I hope she made a
Nice.
lot of money.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Why?
Cause I don't know. I like her. I think that's part of why people.
That's like hitting the lottery a little bit,
Yeah.
right?
She was
Your
just being
15 minutes
herself.
of fame.
Being
15 minutes of
weird.
fame lottery
Yeah.
is what she hit.
Like just like catch me outside. How about that?
Yeah.
Yeah. But she was just being herself. She was just on the news.
Yeah.
And she was just like being honest, straightforward about the situation. It was a little over the top, but she was being her.
A little sensational for the news,
You're
which was great.
Yeah. They're like, so I was,
Yeah, they don't
That
want to go
lucky-
talk to the professor about the fire in the apartment. Like, well, I believe that. No, they're like, no, her.
Yeah.
Over there. The one with kind of like a little twitch in her neck going, yeah, talk to her. What did she think of?
I went out for a cold soda pop, and
Yeah, back it up, back it up.
report.
My daddy taught me good,
Yeah.
that type of deal, yeah.
you know what? You need a little flavor. I mean, I don't want to. Sometimes if they get a little eccentric, it's not like look. We don't have to live with them,
Right.
but it's great.
Oh,
that
great
they're-
in the moment, yeah.
Yeah. You know what? If we had a choice to fill this planet full of Kardashians or that chick, I'm going with that chick.
You're gonna have sex with her?
I wouldn't have sex with a Kardashian.
No, you gotta have variety.
Yeah.
Each has its own flavor. You gotta live with some of the. Well, don't
Tim
live with it.
immediately went to sex. It's like a Kardashian.
Well,
Yes,
yeah,
they
it's
are for-
2019. That's
they
his.
are for sex. That is
yeah,
a
that's his
Kardashian.
New Year's
no, but
resolution.
You said fill the world with these people, so you gotta have sex
I'm
with
not
somebody.
fucking everybody in the world.
Hey, bucket list. Bucket list.
Okay, one down.
What's about? Check.
Sweet Brown.
You figure there's only a little over 7 billion people in the world.
Right.
I would say just slightly over half are female.
Yeah.
I mean,
How many seconds are there in the world? Like how
3.
hard would it be to have sex with
let's just call
everybody
it
on
yeah.
the planet?
We'll call it 3.6 billion females. You got to do them all. It's like Pokemon of sex.
Right.
Got to do them all
Yeah, and Tinder is
with
your,
no discriminate. With no discriminate, you just got to do them all. Like, if that's a female that's passed out over there on the bridge,
Pokemon Go.
if that's a female that's passed out over the bridge,
Yeah.
there you go, checklist.
right.
You got. It's hard to tell from this angle.
Is
But-
it a person?
No, that's not even a person
a
anymore.
bag.
That's a bag.
Okay.
They got up. Oh yeah, it's the noon hour. It's time to work it.
Yeah.
So, anyway,
Bum update.
bomb update. So I have bronchitis this week. I'm now on this steroids and medication. Now I can hit home runs, apparently, and maybe hopefully get in the Hall of Fame someday. But Tuesday night was probably the most notable bar night. Wednesday night, and
Jeff Jones wants to know where we're at.
we are on the border, Northwest Expressway in Oklahoma City.
Give him a shout out.
There you go. What's up, Jeff Jones? And I believe Jeff Jones is out of California right now. Cool. So I remember Jeff Jones moved out to California.
West
and he
Side?
always has, Jeff Jones always has an issue with Facebook where he constantly has to friend request me. I don't know if there's this ongoing glitch, and I accept it every time. But yeah, Jeff Jones and I used to play tennis back in high school together. So
I'm calling you out, Jeff. I think you're unfriending him. And you gotta quit the cycle, dude.
yeah, I'm not doing anything offensive on Facebook
Just
that I know
accept
of.
that you're friends.
Except
man.
for this show. I think
Okay.
this show might be offensive.
Yeah,
but
this is the most.
otherwise,
offensive
I'm not
thing
doing
I do
anything on Facebook
in
that's
life.
offensive in life.
Ever.
Right. When I get to the pearly gates, I'm going to have to answer for things I've done on this show.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true.
Oh, that's going to be like a huge book just for that. And then, here's your other stuff.
Yeah, the transcript from each
Right.
show's got to be long.
Yeah, the other stuff I've done is going to be like, they're like, yeah, we can look past that, but hello, let's get the file out. Because, they're still working on paper up there.
Tuesday night was notable. The reason why Tuesday night was notable was because Morgan came in to the bar.
Nice.
Drunk Tim finally got to meet Morgan.
What is a Morgan?
She is the... Oh,
What is A. Morgan?
Dang it. Did we have an alias? I don't think we had an alias for her.
Right.
She was Back Rub Girl.
Back rub girl, thank you.
Back Rub Girl.
Back rub, well,
Back rub Blondie.
Back Rub Blondie.
Blondie.
Thank you.
Nice.
So Drunk Tim at least got to put a face to an alias and now a name, I guess.
Okay.
Since
I
I'm
didn't
throwing
get my
that out.
back rubbed, though.
No, it was disappointing in that regard.
it's unfortunate.
See, she could rub my back, and she could rub your,
Wait a minute. Are you talking about like a...
like not at the same
Aretha?
time.
Okay, all right.
We can make appointments with her.
I would kick you out of the room.
Yeah.
No,
That's why I would go first.
You get robbed at gunpoint once again.
yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe just shove you in the bathroom or something,
Put a litter box.
It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. A beautiful...
Like, Tim, I'm sorry, but you...
Too soon, by the way. I had to take him to the shelter this week.
That sucks.
That is...
That's another reason why this week is the shittiest ever. But anyways, too soon.
Sorry. I know
Anyway.
there's a fine line right now.
Yeah.
But Morgan came in. What did you think of Morgan, by the way?
I thought she was
God, why do I
cute
keep
and
using her damn name? Sorry.
back rub Blondie.
Black Rub Blondie.
She was cool. I liked her. I think I definitely need to smash that.
Now, it may have been ruined, I will say. Jose, ruiner of things, might have partially ruined it for me a little bit.
He cock blocked you?
Well, okay. Jose went to the same doctor I went to and got this medication. He drank, one of the medications the doctor gives you is this cough syrup that's like really strong. I think it even has a narcotic in it. Like it's very, very strong. So I don't take it until, like, even the description says don't take it till bedtime. I think he took it before. Matter of fact, I know he did. So he took this before going to the bar and then got drunk, and of course we did Jaeger shots with Back Rub Blondie. They both insisted, I caved. That's just how it goes. So now Jose's kind of like, oh, he's off his game. I mean, you can see he's dropping fast. He's just like, you're mixing this thing with beer and Jaeger, and that's, I'll let you know right now, that's a bad combo.
In game.
So he's now up to the point where he's like kind of trying to get in my ear, like, you should hit that. But he's not like, he thinks he's whispering, but he's not whispering. And she's sitting right here. And she's like, I can hear you. And I'm looking like, I'm sorry. Yeah, he's just gone or whatever.
He's fucked.
And he goes, and then what the clincher, or not, I mean, not the clincher, but the thing that kind of made things definitely awkward. What goes, you need to score with that blonde right there with fake tits. And she goes, excuse me, what did you say?
Dude.
And I was like, no, he didn't.
Damn.
And I'm like, he didn't say anything. He's just kidding.
Man.
And she goes, no, did you say I have fake tits? And he's just like, he didn't really say anything about it. And I'm just like,
Deny that, please.
I'm like, no, he's the guy's gone. The guy's far gone. You obviously don't have fake tits. And she goes, no, these are real. And I was like, yeah, they are.
Are you sure?
But you can tell now the mood of everything has now changed, because before it's like she's real like fun and
Well, he insulted her.
yeah. Well, he does that a lot actually too.
Why would you insult a woman,
He does it all the time. But
even to ones that are prospective on his?
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
actually.
Maybe even more so.
Right. And so now he's...
Maybe that works for him, but you don't do it to... But
Yeah.
He obviously doesn't understand that.
Like,
that
horrible wingman job there, man.
Oh, he's the worst wingman.
I was just like, so I'm like, no. And so I'm like trying to come up with other conversation and stuff. But the good news is I did get her number. And we have some texting back and forth. So it's not completely ruined, but it's...
Put a kink in it.
And I do remember, I was not too far gone, and maybe you were, I don't know if you remember, but she tried to whisper. It was the same thing like the biker chick tried to tell you that one night at the bar, where she tried to lean over and tell you, I would be with your brother or whatever, or I want to be with your brother a long time. That's what the biker chick said. But
you love you a long time?
But this one said something to the effect of, I would be with your brother right now if I wasn't in a... not relationship, but essentially like a relationship, something like that.
I'm kind of taken or something.
Yeah, I don't know if you remember that.
I don't.
But it's funny because they do that, and it's like they pretend like, oh, the guy sitting right there can't hear you, but I can hear it. But anyway, so we'll see how that saga goes.
Can I change the
She
subject?
hasn't been back, so
Can I mention something just a little off-putting for viewers out there? By the way, if you are watching, subscribe to the channel
yes, YouTube.
and tell us where you're watching from. Give us a holler out because we're excited to see so many people watching, and
Absolutely.
we want to grow the audience and have some fun. You see that we changed our studios here. I don't know if these walls are bulletproof. We're not up on the second floor like usual. But and I don't know if it's a two-way mirror or anything.
Yeah.
The thing is that while we're looking at you right now, on the other side of this camera are small innocent children
Yes.
and a lovely family that looks like I'm hoping to God they can't hear us.
I'm pretty sure they cannot. There's no reactions
They are
that give
very
any clue.
small, cute children.
Well,
And it's one of those
let's
circles.
test. Hang on, let's test it.
No, God have
Dick.
mercy.
Penis.
Fuckwad.
Lord have mercy.
See, yeah, there's no response.
A little
So
girl clutching crayons.
Who
and
knows?
the ungodly things that are
Clutching
happening
the
at
crayons.
this room.
But no, actually, who knows? Honestly, maybe they still can hear us, but there's no reaction because the kid's like, yeah, my fucking parents talk to me like that all the time.
Can
Maybe.
they see us?
they can see us. Yeah.
Okay, because out there they can't, right?
Oh, well, she just looked at us.
Well, it is tinted. It's tinted glass. So
They are looking. Yeah, this one girl has turned around from her seat and she's looking directly at us. And some.
Oh, we're doing something. So
yeah.
you know.
But yeah.
Right.
Get to your color.
And I'm sexy.
Don't look this direction.
So, like Big Paul said, give us some comments, give us some questions. We may throw something back at you if you'd like. Do the OMG face. Just do whatever you want. We love the interaction. And, of course, we're Tits. We're brought to you in part by Whiskey Dicks, your men's health solution, and ours. Have you ever used Whiskey Dicks?
No, I'm not saying I would be opposed to it. It's just that
Yeah.
I don't need that solution just yet.
Just yet.
I'm still young.
Right. Vibrant. Full of vigor. Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
but with Whiskey Dicks, we all can be.
That's right. So here soon, we'll talk more about them. Just one of our many great sponsors, and I think now it's time to talk about last week's Super Bowl. Mm-hmm. The New England Patriots faced the Los Angeles Rams.
Making, I believe, Nostradamus the correct predictor.
Yeah, even though it sounded like a flip of the coin in his head.
Right?
He nailed it. The
Yeah.
Patriots, if you followed his advice, you made a little bit of cash on Sunday. Patriots win by 10 in what was the lowest scoring Super Bowl of all time.
And the worst Super Bowl halftime show of all time, along with
Oh, no, hang on. Is that hands down the worst halftime show?
who could compete?
Well, boy.
Well,
Yeah,
first
I
of
didn't
all-
come prepared for that one. But
Well, first of
it was
all,
pretty
are
bad.
you a Maroon 5 fan to begin with?
Yeah, yeah.
He is.
I was looking forward to it. I
He actually was.
So then what was disappointing about it? Because Maroon 5 played.
They sucked ass. Adam Levine didn't sing with any passion or anything. It was just like a.
He did seem like he was coming out and just going through the motions.
Okay, you're saying Adam phoned it in.
Yeah, and because the other two
A lot.
performers that came out and did just a very quick bit, they at least brought energy to the show. All of a sudden, I mean, Big Boy, he comes out, does his thing. I don't know.
He wasn't as large as I thought he would be.
No, it came out in the Cadillac.
Yeah.
Wasn't pink though. It wasn't the Stoops Cadillac.
And it wasn't the one that the MVP of the Super Bowl wins.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I don't know if they do Cadillacs anymore.
I'm not sure of the vehicle. Sometimes it's trucks.
Yeah, they change it. Like I think a Hummer one
Depends
year
on
or
who the
something.
sponsor is that year. Yeah. So, Patriots win by 10. And there's been a narrative this week. I don't know if you saw on ESPN. There was Trey Wingo going off, yelling at essentially kind of like the public for hating on the Super Bowl, saying that basically, people don't know football, that was actually a great Super Bowl, and blah, 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 because, we can't appreciate the defense or the chess match that was going on in the Super Bowl.
Okay.
The punting.
And I could see that point to a very minimal standard, but the reality is I'm a big football fan. I feel like I understand the game quite well, and I'm sorry, I was hellified bored in that game. Yeah, you can make the argument that the game is tied going into the fourth quarter, but I chalk that shit up to like if you go see your 8-year-old kids play basketball, all right, and the final score is 11-8. Yeah, it might be 8-8 going into the last 2 minutes, but nobody's making shots. I mean, the kids are just shooting up bricks, like you motherfuckers, figure it out, man. Pass the ball. It's like watching that kind of a game. Like, damn, it's a daycare basketball game. That was like what we're watching with the Super Bowl. It's like, was it so much about the defense was so good, a great chess match, or was it just ineptitude? Jared Goff looked like a scared little boy even before the game started, man. They do the national anthem, and he's got the eyes of like the moment of, oh shit,
This shit's real.
this is happening.
You know what? I noticed that the Patriots coverage for the quarterback was immensely better.
You're talking about the blocking for Tom Brady?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Tom Brady looked very comfortable when he was throwing the ball. It always seemed like the Rams were in a rush. They're like you have got to throw this ball and quick.
Immediately.
Yeah.
Because you are about to get hit. They were in threat every single time.
That's true. They were. Yeah, they were getting to him a lot.
Goff was, and the look he had on his face that you were just talking about at the beginning of the Super Bowl, that look just kept on getting worse and worse throughout the game because it's like, would somebody please fucking protect for me?
Well, and the moment was like too big for him or something. Yeah, I don't know. And here's the thing too. It's not the fact that it's a close game. A great game doesn't necessarily always have to be close. But when we watch sports, I have this theory that when we watch sports at this level, we're watching it for greatness. We're watching it to see the best of the best perform at a level that we haven't seen before, or just excelling on a certain level.
Yeah.
That's why we don't watch certain levels of football, or we don't watch certain levels of basketball, because we're like, shit, we don't want to watch that shit. We want to watch the best of the best, and we want to see how they do. And even Tom Brady had a bad Super Bowl. Let's just put it out there.
Oh, yeah.
Tom Brady sucked ass, and he had all the protection in the world, and he still sucked ass. The thing that won them the game was their pass rush, their running game, and Edelman, basically, who got the MVP. He kept getting open. Amazingly, that guy kept getting open. But that's what it came down to. And then the Rams were just inept. And I want to know, where in the hell was Todd Gurley? Todd Gurley, who is like one of the top 5 players in the league for all season, he didn't play much in the NFC Championship, and then he gets like 10 carries in the Super Bowl. How are you in the biggest game of your life, and you're only touching the ball 10 times? So, of course, the media is asking him repeatedly, is he injured? Is he injured? Is something wrong with him? And they're like, no. The narrative was always like, no, he's fine. Then
why didn't you play him?
Then what the hell are you doing? This is your star player, and you're hardly giving him the ball. It doesn't make any sense at all.
Yeah.
And so they're staying with the narrative. They've been asked I don't know how many times
You think
because
they're
it's
lying.
that absurd. It's got to be, what's going on?
Right.
You know, there's something wrong.
Can they do that? Is there some kind of legality where
Some
they have
rule
to,
where they have to.
Well, there's a
admit-
rule where they cannot conceal an injury. If they conceal an injury, then there's a rule against that. The Patriots have actually gotten in trouble for that in the past. But, I mean, I guess they're playing the deny card. So, nobody's talking. It's just a mystery. It doesn't make sense.
Well, it's not like they can just go and make him not play at all in these games. Like 0 carries, 0 snaps.
Well, but that's what you question. You're like, if he's hurt, then should he play at all? If he's not hurt, why is he only touching the ball 10 times? I don't know. I just see it. It's just a mystery.
something about it?
There is something fishy about it.
I'm sure there is something about it that, that there's a reason for.
Yeah.
Do you agree with Chance? Do you not agree with Chance? Comment below.
Do you remember any commercials that stood out? Did you have a favorite commercial from the Super Bowl?
I mean, there was maybe 1 or 2 commercials that were like, okay, it was something, but there was that one commercial that I think you were on the same page as I was because we watched it together and everything.
Yeah.
But it was just like that super fucking sad as fuck commercial where I think it was like for children. Yeah, children that were missing a limb or something like that. And it was just kind of like, I don't know, it didn't feel like... The
Microsoft commercial.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
and they're
yeah.
doing
Yeah.
video games.
And I was surprised that Sarah McLachlan didn't start singing.
Yeah.
And then there's like a dog.
this
Ask for donations.
Ask for donations. Yeah.
You got some tear jerkers. My nerd ass was excited about the Avengers
Yeah, me too.
thing.
But even that was a little bit.
Short.
I thought we would get more with that.
I'm
I thought
okay.
we would
I'm
get
okay
the
with
whole
that.
big...
I
trailer.
loved it. Don't get me wrong.
No,
I'll take any tidbit I can get.
I'll be honest, those little tidbits, that's all I want because when I go into a movie, when I go see that, I'm like trying to go in blindfolded.
Yeah.
I'm going into that movie like I want it to be fresh.
Yeah.
I'm so excited about it.
Chips.
Yes, please. I think my favorite Super Bowl commercial was actually. Oh, Ashley?
Yes.
I think my favorite Super Bowl commercial was actually the NFL one. When they had all the NFL, and then like the ball goes out and they're like fumble.
They're at
and
a
then
wedding or something?
Yeah, they're at some big reception and they start fighting for the football. All the past legends, football players.
Oh
and
yeah, that was
stuff.
a great commercial.
That was cool.
I
Barry,
think that-
Barry Sanders was on
I
it.
think that was probably my favorite, if not my number 2. I'm still trying to. I remember there was a second really good commercial, but now my mind's failing me. But that commercial was one of my
Was
favorite.
it Gurley on that one too?
Todd Gurley.
It's like-
Todd Gurley got more minutes in the commercial.
That's what I was just about to say.
Damn it.
But you know what? That commercial, not only was it entertaining to watch, but I was thinking that thing must have been fun as hell to record.
Oh yeah.
You know, they probably
Absolutely.
were just having a blast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Bud Light commercials I thought were this time around.
I was confused.
They've
No,
really
no.
gone too far with this night shit and the medieval shit.
Dude,
I think it's time to be
No,
done
the
with it.
night stuff is popular. I'm not watching it, but people are huge into the Game of Thrones. I think they're tapping into that. But the thing that bothers me about it is it was confusing. I wasn't sure what the story arc was.
Yeah.
I was like, wait a minute.
Because they did the one where it was a Bud Light and a Game of Thrones commercial.
Well, last I saw, they killed off the knight.
Oh,
I
that's
was like,
true.
why'd you kill your mascot? I don't understand.
on that commercial.
In one of the commercials.
It was
'cause
a
there
different
were,
one?
Yeah, because there were several. There were several with the knight, and he was...
Didn't a dragon eat one?
A dragon, yeah, ate him or something.
Yes,
I
that's
think
right.
it was. I think they were referencing Game of Thrones, but I,
No, it,
Okay.
no,
They
it
were
was
referencing-
it was a Game of Thrones commercial. But,
Yes.
but like I guess they must have just split the money.
That's what it was. Now,
It was an advertisement for both.
we did not discuss this, but I want you to I want you to break down the halftime show, and I'm going to urinate.
All right. Well, there's that.
That's a
Well,
first. That's a first for the show.
Well, you know, we
Typically, we come in and out as we go. So I know you're right now. You're a little confused because you're not seeing Chance. He kind of runs the show, keeps its pace.
Yeah, he's the director.
Yeah. He's numero uno, and you're confused. What's going on? There's a vacant seat. Who will fill this seat? I guess Drunk Tim is gonna.
Okay, so
What do
thank
we-
you. This is Tits, brought to you in part by On the Border Studios. I am Tim Del Fuego, and so the Super Bowl halftime show. Over the last 20 years, there's been a lot of great Super Bowl halftime show. The first halftime show to actually outdo the Super Bowl on ratings was the one with Aerosmith, NSYNC, Britney Spears, and Mary J. Blige came in at the end. But then I had researched it after that and before that there's actually been other Super Bowl halftime shows that have beaten the Super Bowl on ratings.
Really?
Yes.
Is Prince one of them?
I can't remember if that was before the Aerosmith and NSYNC one, then probably not. I think it might have been afterwards, so you would just have to Google it.
I had a conversation with somebody with some crazy Justin Timberlake obsessed fan was insisting that this show was just a waste of time anyway because it didn't have Justin Timberlake in it. They're a little extra. I'm saying that. But the discussion we had was who was the best halftime show. I submit to you Prince, and I will tell you why.
Ooh.
If you go back and watch Prince, even if you're not a fan, by the way, which I am, and I believe you are too.
Oh yeah, huge.
Even if you're not a fan of Prince, you could not walk away from that halftime show having an appreciation for him. Thank you.
Oh,
Okay,
God,
so
I feel so much better.
No, we
Oh
carried
my God, thank you.
We carried it for you. As a matter of fact,
Thank you so much.
you're not needed now. We're doing well.
Oh,
Okay.
fantastic.
Get on out of
Well,
here.
can I just sit here and at least listen?
Sure.
Yeah, okay, sure. So
Well, you're already here, so.
I
All right.
The conversation turned to which was, everybody said how awful it was. What was the best halftime show? And I'm submitting to you, I believe it was
Ooh.
Prince. If you recall, and just Google Prince's halftime show, somebody said it might rain for the show. They were warning Prince because they had a lot of
'Cause
pyrotechnics,
it was an outdoor-
and there was a lot of stuff electrified.
Yeah.
And Prince said, "Can you make it rain harder?"
Oh yeah, that's right.
That's
Nice.
the kind of show that he had.
That's
it was
rock
like,
and roll, baby.
Right. He was he was rock and roll. It was like he was the god of rain suddenly. And if you watch that show, he jammed on the guitar. I know
It
people
was
after the
great.
show told me we were talking about it. There was one guy in particular who said, "I didn't even know Prince played guitar." And I had to think about that for a little bit. I was like, you know what? I can kind of see it. If you don't listen carefully to the music, he does a lot of pop. So he mixes in a lot of like a lot of pop stuff.
Yeah.
And it kind of overpowers
Synthesizers and stuff.
Yeah, the synthesizers overpower his guitar a lot. And
Well, I mean, but what? He's never seen fucking videos or Purple Rain or.
yeah, but even if he's sitting there with the guitar, it's dun 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 dun. It's like
Oh, he didn't know that he played lead guitar.
yeah, he doesn't.
Oh.
He didn't know that he could jam on the guitar.
He didn't know he was the fucking shit.
Right.
Yeah.
And he did, but he did after the show.
I submit that top three, rank them however you will, and I might be off. I may be missing something. I think top three halftime shows of all time, or at least that I've witnessed. Mm-hmm. I feel like I've witnessed a lot of Super Bowls. I'm calling myself old.
Right.
I would say Prince, and in no certain order. Prince, Michael Jackson, Bruno Mars.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think the best one that I've seen that I can recall is Bruno Mars.
And I think they have something in common as far as the style of music and what they bring. You know, they tried bringing in the Rolling Stones, and that just doesn't work for that.
Arena.
The Stones are great, but it just doesn't work on that stage that's just me. And then they had Paul McCartney.
Yeah.
Paul McCartney's Paul McCartney, but it's okay. it's not going to blow you away. You know, that's just how I felt about that.
They're too old. They don't have the energy.
No, I don't even think it's that.
No, it's not that, because the Stones, I think they're 125 years old as of last Thursday, and they still have energy. I don't know what is keeping them alive. I think animatronics of some sort.
I think anthrax.
Yeah, you know, the drugs.
They snort anthrax on a regular basis.
Something is keeping them alive, but I don't think it's the energy that took away from it. I kind of agree with your list.
Yeah.
And maybe in that particular order as well.
I don't know.
You think maybe it was just a...
Yeah.
Because Michael Jackson's halftime show, holy hell, man!
This is like notorious.
If I remember right, it was with Pepsi, and all the crowd started holding up signs or whatever. They had them stuffed underneath the seats or something, and they did this full interaction with the crowd and the stands and stuff.
Yeah, it was like all of the big cars, you know, went together like a puzzle, but like a mural almost.
Yeah, if I remember right.
Yeah.
But that's just off the top of my head. Yeah.
There was
Jose says hi.
Jose, what?
Jose says hi. Hi, Jose.
Shout out to
Thanks for
Jose.
watching the show. We don't have to ask where you're watching from. We know it's here in Oklahoma City.
Right.
Oh, I thought you meant like specifically like.
You know which hotel he's at.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I know the room and everything. So.
You were there this morning or something.
No.
Yesterday.
I was there last night. I picked him up. Yeah. So that's...
Bruno Mars, Prince, I don't know. I can't really remember just being so amazed by Michael Jackson's, and I'm a huge Michael Jackson fan. Ooh. But I think I would take the Aerosmith, NSYNC, Britney Spears Super Bowl over Michael Jackson.
Really?
There was so much going on.
I did like that one.
It was amazing. I was told while you were gone, I was saying, you know, that's the first halftime show that beat out the Super Bowl in ratings. But there have been.
What about Boobgate?
Boobgate?
With Janet Jackson.
Justin Timberlake?
That's the most talked about, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
It wasn't, I mean, it's not great, but I mean, unless you're talking about Janet Jackson's titty.
Justin Timberlake, he just did one, a couple years ago?
Yeah. Yeah, because remember he made that one kid famous with the selfie up in the stands. That kid got his 15 minutes from doing Justin Timberlake during the song did a selfie with that kid.
Oh, cool. I don't remember that part, but yeah, I'm sure I probably enjoyed that. Justin Timberlake always brings the energy.
Yeah.
He usually has a good show.
Oh yeah, he's a showman.
I'd love to see him in concert. But so the flip side,
Hannah just did.
I mean, I guess we would have to. Fuck, those tickets are expensive.
Hers
just like Bruno Mars is.
She was in the nosebleed, but like her friends got like front stage stuff, and like they were just obsessed. Like they touched Justin, whatever, and went nuts.
He sweated on me.
Right. It was like that.
Yeah.
Like that's all you can talk to that lady about. She'd be like, you'd be like, oh hey, so the weather is nice. She's like, you know, Justin Timberlake touched me.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Right.
We've discussed this.
That's Sports Illustrated's rankings of halftime shows.
Of the best halftime shows. I forgot with the Aerosmith, NSYNC, Britney Spears. I forgot Nelly was there too. But I don't know if this is in order.
That's in order.
So they say Michael Jackson number 1.
Wow.
The Aerosmith, NSYNC, Britney Spears number 2.
Okay.
I forgot about U2 doing a show. Number 4, Janet Jackson, JT. This really annoys me. Paul McCartney. Fucking boring as fuck.
I don't remember.
And then the Rolling Stones, and then Prince.
I'll be honest, I can't recall what Paul
Bruno
McCartney
Mars
did.
not on the list.
No Bruno Mars? I call bullshit. I think some of them are just getting it because of the name or something.
Because they're older or something, they want to give homage to the older ones.
Like, no, for real. Just on a basic, I'm watching this show level, what entertained me the most?
Yeah.
But I guess that's pretty subjective. So that's my 3.
Well, I was wanting to see, can you see
the Aerosmith one was really
ones.
good, though. The Aerosmith, the grouping, that was a really good show.
And the
I
build
forgot
up
about that.
on like adding the new one, you know, Aerosmith starts and then
Now,
NSYNC has got a bit.
Oh yeah, now one of the weirder ones was the Katy Perry halftime with the weird, like the sharks or whatever, the weird stuffed animals or whatever things going on.
I liked her though. She was great. I thought her and Lenny Kravitz sounded amazing together for the short time that they're together.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, let's get some more Lenny Kravitz and Katy Perry, and then one of your favorite people of all time comes out, fucking Missy Elliott. Fuck.
Yeah, she brings it every time. Airtime.
Yeah, it's like,
Which time? Airtime.
why am I watching and listening to her when Lenny Kravitz is out there?
Yeah. So,
I don't get that. Honestly, that's a good point because they did that with the Maroon 5 thing too.
yes.
I get it that you're mixing rap guys with I don't know, a
Rock pop.
whatever.
Yeah.
Well, I'm like, it's a little weird.
Trying to appeal to everybody.
Yeah, but like,
It is.
But like, I don't know. I don't think it works.
Maroon 5 is already in the top 5 worst shows.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Top 5 worst? Okay.
Wow.
All the other ones were from the 90s. They were like obscure.
But
Disney.
I don't think they should-
and stuff.
When was the
Oh,
first
wow.
time? When was the first Super Bowl halftime show with
I
big
think they
name-
fucking did a marching band, like in the first one.
It was Glenn Miller.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It was Glenn Miller.
It was Glenn Miller.
Yeah.
In the 80s, they had an Elvis impersonator.
Oh, my
Okay.
God.
So
Yeah.
that's when it.
They were on that level.
Okay, I want to come back to do not make. I'm going to stand behind this. You know what? One of the things Michael Jackson benefited from, I bet you, he was by himself. They didn't try to shove him with some other people.
He didn't need anybody else, though. That's how great he was.
Yeah.
Who else would have wanted to be like, fuck, you want me to.
Probably
you know,
anybody would have wanted to.
They would want to, but what are they honestly going to bring to the table at that point?
Yeah, you got Maroon 5, I think, was kind of cock blocked by having some other guys on there.
No, I thought he was just lame from the get-go.
What
I'm glad the other guys came out, honestly. I'm serious. Like, that actually made it semi like, oh, shit, that's happening. That's entertaining. Let's see what they do now. Because this has been lame up to this point.
I thought it was interesting.
It's almost like he gave up, like, well, I'm doing a shit show. Here's my shirt off, ladies.
just
And now
not
the lady's
good
like,
live.
oh, God, I don't care how
So-
shitty
He's
this
not
show
good
is.
live at all.
Huh?
He's just not good live.
No, well,
You
I
know-
saw him. I saw Adam Levine, and I told you this that night.
Yeah.
I saw Adam Levine after Prince died. I saw him shred it and just kill it, vocals and everything, doing Purple Rain, do a thing for Prince.
Yeah.
I've heard
He
and
wasn't into it.
seen him live.
I would have
but-
liked to have
Well,
seen
the
Mick
voice sounds
Jagger.
terrible.
Yes.
I would have
time.
liked it, and I said this while I was watching. I was like, I hope Mick Jagger jumps out on that stage while he's singing moves like Jagger.
That would have been cool.
That would have been awesome. Mick Jagger was like, and I'm like, yes, Mick.
Here's my moves. Yeah.
Yeah,
That would have
Like
been. That's a
Schwarzenegger.
great
Right.
idea.
But you know
the
what?
fuck didn't they think
by,
of that?
By the way, my wife, huge Maroon 5
Sure.
fan.
Yeah.
Adam Levine specifically. So
Yeah.
I'm getting like a play-by-play. You know,
Sexiest man
he's like,
alive.
she's like, he took his jacket off. I'm like, yeah, we're watching. I see that.
Yeah. Yeah.
His jacket, she's like, he put another jacket on.
Yeah.
Why is he putting on clothes? I was like, would you
Yeah. Stop.
calm down?
Apparently, he likes California. It's
Right.
across his stomach.
Right, yeah. have you seen all those memes of like the different guys with their states written on their stomach? Illinois. You
Yes.
know, I wanted to join that. I don't know what Oklahoma's how we're being represented.
Wait, which
but-
one's the longest name state? Yeah, Mississippi.
Probably-
Like, fuck.
But they've just like done it in Sharpie, you know, and they're like
Right.
drinking a beer.
Right. That would be great, especially for Oklahoma.
Have you seen
Have
those?
like a
Dick in their
chicken fried
belly
steak
button.
in one hand and
Right.
a beer in the other. I love it.
You got a purple
Yeah, I've seen some of those. Yeah. Oh. So hey, got to pay the bills here real quick.
Sure.
I want to talk to you about Whiskey Dicks. Whiskey Dicks, your men's health solution. Specifically, I want to talk about Whiskey Dicks, the Lazarus pill that they offer. Whiskey Dicks is growing to become the largest, most enormous buzzing sensation in men's health. The most popular men's health solution today is the Lazarus pill. How long has it been since Mr. Happy joined the military and stood at attention? If you're trying to remember who was president, then it's time to call Whiskey Dicks. If Mr. Happy has shit the bed, bought the farm, pushing up daisies, then the Lazarus pill is for you. Lazarus pill brings you and your wiener back to life like a modern-day Christmas miracle. Just excuse yourself from the room for a minute, take the Lazarus pill, with water, and before your significant other can say, "Though he were dead, yet he shall live," your twig and berries will miraculously transform into a branch and grapefruit. Yes, once your significant other sees your penis alive and well, there will be weeping. With Whiskey Dicks, you may have 99 problems, but a dick ain't one. Whiskey Dicks is committed to men's health. Consult your doctor if your erection is maintained for more than 9 hours, or if your scrotum inflames to the size of a grapefruit. Do not use while driving or operating heavy machinery or singing opera. That's key.
Oh, I'm glad.
Consult.
I wouldn't have even thought of that one. That's good.
Consult a doctor if any of the following side effects occur: skin irritation, diarrhea, AIDS, hallucinations, thoughts of suicide, thoughts of bestiality, headache, red-colored semen, hiccups, numbness, coma, severe memory loss, constipation, and or death. All right, Whiskey Dicks is not liable for injury or death as a result of using this product. It's not FDA approved. Please consult a doctor before using Whiskey Dicks. Put your dick in good hands. It's Whiskey Dicks.
Yeah, the thing about some of those, when they give you those disclaimers, I don't have a problem. I understand that statistically speaking, anything can happen.
Yeah.
Anything can, aspirin could kill you.
Oh, yeah.
Even as safe as it is, whatever.
Yeah.
I get that. So, but it's funny that they have to list
I've
it.
used aspirin to start a car.
But can we know some better data, going into it, just what's the success rate? What are the odds? And what do I feel comfortable with? 1 in a million chance that you might get AIDS.
From a pill.
The risk reward is
Yeah.
I just need to know the straight up data.
Yeah, I think the percentages are low.
What if it's 1 in 10?
They're just legally required. They're legally required to mention it.
Yeah.
It might be 1 in a billion.
Does anyone find it strange that it says that your twig and berries would be something and grapefruits?
Yeah.
So just one of your testicles is going to enlarge?
Yeah, the whole sack. I don't know. You just get a big old grapefruit ready to go.
Okay, well that would be great if they 2 of them.
Yeah.
Because
And I know they're experimenting in bionics and things like that, so that'll be some more things that we get to talk about with Whiskey Dicks in the future. Great sponsor, keeping the show going, and
couldn't do it without them.
Couldn't do it without them. So
Can I ask a different question?
Of course.
What's happened to our other sponsors? I mean, we've had so many great sponsors. Why are we losing and rotating sponsors? Is it just the nature of the beast kind of thing?
Yeah. We're in talks. Grand Match had a lawsuit that they're dealing with, but we'll get them back on. I was just talking to the owner there, and they seem confident that they're going to win. There's a liability suit. I don't know, something to do.
That poor kid's grandparents.
Yeah, but okay. All right. Update music's going on. So something is ready to be updated.
I think
It's time for a dwarf update.
Dwarf update.
Are you ready for a dwarf update?
Dwarf update 2019. We want to know. The viewers want to know where the dwarf is. What's going on with the dwarf?
Yes.
What's going on with you and
Yes.
the dwarf?
Yes.
Inquiring minds want to know.
Okay. All right. So, just up to speed. I realize we may have some new viewers and or listeners. So just to catch up quickly, up to speed. Wife has been gone for months now. Wife's friend moved in almost 2 years ago. Wife's friend, who happens to be a dwarf, still lives in the house.
Who happens to be a dwarf. That's how people talk about you if you're black or something.
Yeah.
Right.
I have a friend who happens to be
He
black.
happens to be.
Like it was an accident.
He's a token dwarf girl.
That doesn't have anything to do with the story.
Yeah.
But yeah.
By the way, story is what it is.
Yeah.
just happens to include a dwarf.
Yeah,
Yes.
she's under 4'10". She's legally a dwarf. So I'm not. It's not name calling. It's just being accurate.
Right.
As long as
So-
like you don't have like 6 others like running around in there.
No, I have not seen 6 other dwarves. It's only
They
one.
say that what is an assembly of dwarves called?
Is it a dwarfing, or no? Is it a an assembling of dwarves?
Tower Power.
The Tower of Power is
Power.
2. We confirmed that a couple of shows ago. The Tower of Power is 2 dwarves, or 2 midgets, 1 cup. Kayla Castor is watching. Wow. Hi, Kayla.
That's awesome.
Nice.
Where's Kayla out of?
She is out of Mustang, Oklahoma. So,
Hey, I know that place.
but okay. So the dwarf is living in the house. Wife has been gone for a while. I said, "Hey, dwarf, this is awkward. We're not friends. You're still living here free of charge. So, hey, how about if you move out? And I'm gonna be nice. I'm gonna give you a couple of months." This was back in November.
Yeah, that's overly nice.
So I
honestly.
gave till the end of the year of
Yeah.
2018 for the dwarf to get out of the house.
Right.
Well, if you've checked your calendars, we're in February. She's still in the
The
house.
9th, I think.
The 10th.
Right.
We are on, this is February 10th. Coming up on Valentine's Day. Aw. Dude, if she dressed up as Cupid, never mind. Anyway,
It's ridiculous that you even had to ask to begin with.
yes.
It doesn't even need to be said.
Right.
But like, if with your wife out of the house,
Yes.
this, which was already a weird situation with the wife in the house,
Yes.
just got kicked into ridiculous.
Right.
Got kicked into stupid.
So when I asked Dwarf to move out, she was like, yeah, this is a weird situation. I'll move out. So her answer, the way she was going to fix it was she purchased a tiny house. Shit you not. She
That's what
purchased
they're called.
a tiny house
Yeah.
from Amazon. And there were some complications. Hey, I got the paperwork, but I don't know when my kit's going to get here to make this house. The kit is in. It's here in Oklahoma City. She was originally going to build this tiny house on her aunt's, her auntie, her property up north. That fell through. So now she's going to build this in the backyard of a good friend of hers.
The one that was there that
The one
day?
that was at the Super Bowl last week that Jose's like, I want her number.
Yeah, she cute.
You know, just side note, it's funny how I don't notice those things. Like, there's something about it where I'm like, yeah, she's got a friend. Because Jose's like, well, does she have a friend? She looks kind of hot. And I'm like, fuck her. But now that he mentioned, I'm like, yeah, I guess she is kind of pretty attractive. But it's the dwarf's friend.
Oh.
But I'm just like, I'm so irritated with the situation and with the dwarf and the whole thing. I don't care about the friend. Like, I'm just like, get out of my house. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care. It's just like, oh, she's attractive. I'm like, I've never noticed. I don't, because it's like, get out of my house. Get off my lawn.
Yeah.
But yeah, side note.
It's the Fran Drescher effect.
Yeah, side note.
You might be so attractive, but your voice is so annoying. It's hard to concentrate.
Absolutely.
Of course, that wouldn't stop me with Fran Drescher, but
It wouldn't. It would not. Even.
yeah, I'd go to town on some Fran Drescher.
So
Today, I don't even know what she looks like. I'm sorry.
no. So
yeah, even today, of
so
course.
efforts are being made. As you know, the weather this week was not ideal.
It was frightful.
And apparently she's running low on plywood.
Why would that happen? How could that happen?
I don't know. If you receive a kit, don't you receive everything you need to build a house?
Right. That's like if you're putting together, you got the box of stuff.
Yes.
It came down from IKEA.
Yeah.
You're like, oh my gosh, where's that bolt?
As you're putting up like the Lincoln logs,
Yeah.
you know,
You run
you're
out of Lincoln logs?
Oh, dang. I seem to be missing a few.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, so she got screwed over by that. She needs more plywood.
right.
So we will see how long this saga continues.
Okay, so she was last week. She was moving things out. You said.
Things are moving. Yeah, things are in boxes. Things are getting moved to dry storage. Not everything's moved. She has a lot of stuff, to be honest. Still a lot of stuff in my garage. But stuff is moving. It's going to a storage facility. And she's building this tiny house in the backyard.
Why did things fall through with the aunt? I'm assuming you have not asked because
I've not asked.
And I think the reason why you haven't asked is because you know it was bullshit, or the answer is really irrelevant to you.
Or the answer is just going to piss you off more.
Right.
Yeah. Well, because I'm going to receive some story, I'm going to receive some BS that is like that I have no control over, that really in the end game doesn't. I mean, I guess it'd be a good story to tell, but it doesn't really fit the whole get out of my house program that I'm trying and failing miserably at getting her out. I guess I need to be more forceful.
How do you, you guess? The level of confidence that you have that a tiny house exists.
Yeah.
You seem to have more confidence in that.
I have some confidence in it, although I think I'm at a level where I need to ask for pictures. And you know what would be great? I should ask for pictures, and since we go live, maybe I could even put up pictures, you know?
Okay.
You think that's a decent idea?
That would be cool. You know what?
I'm going to work on getting pictures.
You should go out and help build the thing one day.
Oh, because that's my expertise.
Fuck it. It doesn't have to be. You're there to help.
No, just go there, see it,
Yeah.
and then be like, "Oh shit, man, I gotta go."
I want
to
proof.
the-
I want proof of life.
Well,
is that
no.
what I'm like? I want proof of life.
But
Like,
you're not
is this-
stating it. You're going in under the assumption that you're there.
I'm here to help.
You're under
Yeah.
the radar, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, when are you gonna do that next? When are you doing that next, there, dwarfy? And then she's gonna be like, "I'm going Sunday." You're like, "I'm coming with you.
Yeah.
I'm coming. I'm gonna come, Linda, helping hand on get my."
Get my belt on.
Yeah, get my
belt.
Bob the Builder suit
Get
on.
my hammer. I gotta have a hammer. We'll travel. Me and you, dwarfy. It's me and you. I want to help you out. And you
So-
go out there. You do exactly what he said. Like, oh my god, you wouldn't believe it. Big fucking emergency just happened. I gotta go. But
Somebody died.
but you're right. But the tiny house that's not here, and now I know because I'm here in person, and now I see the lie for
Yeah.
what it is. This was fantastic. Great. I gotta go though, because that's what it is. It's all a big fucking lie.
Okay.
She's just a fuck. I don't. This story has gotten more and more elaborate,
Yeah.
and just the fact that she's saying she's out of plywood
Yeah.
or whatever kind of lends itself
I
to.
need more plywood.
Why would they send you a house kit without all of the wood you need?
I've got a tiny house, and the only prescription is more plywood.
Yeah. So that's what's going on. That's the update. I'm going to attempt to either go to the site and or get pictures.
Yeah.
I'd love to be able to share pictures.
Yeah.
I think we're on that level. I
Yeah.
feel like we're that intimate now where we can give pictures of this project. Hopefully there's a project.
Yeah, baby.
Or we may prove Big Paul right. There may not be a project. There might not be a house. I don't know.
I think so. I'm sticking with it. And also it kind of goes with there's a pool. And I'm not saying I'm helping to influence the pool, but I'm
Sure.
hoping to I'm standing to make some money.
There's a pool?
Yeah, no, there's not, but there should be.
There should be. I thought, man,
I
maybe
want
at
a pool.
work.
The pool should be when will Dwarf leave the house?
There could be a pool with their.
Yeah,
with their
if you want to go in on the
audience.
pool, put in some money. I'll put in. You know, we can talk about like.
Do a GoFundMe thing on there so that way it has the money, and then whoever wins, or yeah.
Also,
Oh,
if,
yeah.
Also, if you want to volunteer your time, we can organize something where we go out there
Project A.
and we'll get
I
that.
can go get some construction helmets and.
Yeah, Habitat for Humanity type of deal.
If you work for Starbucks construction, get on top of this shit because they put up Starbucks fucking quick.
Yes, they do. They
Or if
don't
you're
mess
an
around
on-
with that.
If you're an on-cue person, yeah, absolutely. You know,
Yeah.
we can have that shit built overnight.
It's built on coffee.
right.
That's why.
Yeah.
It's
Coffee.
built on coffee. Coffee makes you construct faster, I guess.
Right. Yeah, that makes
So.
sense.
And OnQ's got pretty good coffee too. So.
All right, so that's the dwarf update. You're listening to Tits. Tits brought to you in part by Jello Shots, a mixture of childlike innocence and bad grown-up choices. So now it's time to discuss the NBA. You ready for some NBA talk?
Well, there's that answer.
Wow. Wow. I've never had anybody walk out on NBA talk before.
He's a freak.
Not that I should be surprised.
Yeah.
But he just walked out on the NBA talk. So, and
when you gotta go, you gotta go.
when you gots to go, you gots to go. And I had to go earlier, so I get it. Believe me, that was a lot of stuff. Well, I'm not going to go into detail. But, so the NBA, this week was the trade deadline. Thursday was the trade deadline, right? So a lot of big moves made, and then really one significant move not made this week. And I feel like we should start with that. Remember the hype all week leading in was
Davis.
Anthony Davis. Where is he going to end up? What's going to be traded for him? Where is he, what's going to happen? And that became the trade that did not happen. Anthony Davis still in New Orleans. He did not go to the Lakers, even though the Lakers really offered the farm. They offered almost their entire team plus draft picks. And New Orleans, being a little petty, being a lot petty, said, nah, we're not going to do it. They just hang on to him. And it's kind of awkward turkey moment because they said they were going to sit Anthony Davis the remainder of the season. And so then the trade falls through. There's no trade. And now it's kind of like they're going to be fined by the NBA if they don't play him. So now they have to play him. And so the night of, it's a home game.
Why are they punishing him? It's not like he did this shit.
Well, he and his agent came out and said, we want out. We want out of New Orleans. And of course, this is coming up to this trade deadline. And so it's making things rough for everybody because he's now making it very clear, I want out of here. Like a bad relationship. He's like, I want out of here. It's not me, it's you. And, he's like, I want out. And so they're like, well, who's interested? And then the main quarter, of course, is the Lakers. The Pelicans don't want to deal with the Lakers because they felt like LeBron James was meddling in the affairs and tampering because he has the same agent that Anthony Davis does.
I kind of feel like, and he's been doing this whole basically recruiting thing.
Yes.
Trying to recruit anybody that's worthwhile to recruit.
Right.
Because he was trying to recruit Kevin Durant.
Oh, yeah. He still is.
Still is, yeah.
He's recruiting. He's out there actively recruiting. And it's just obvious. He's trying to play GM. He's trying to play coach. He's trying to play all these roles for he did it with the Cavaliers. He tried to pull it off in Miami. Somehow Spoelstra kept his job. I don't know how. Because LeBron's like a coach killer. Coaches keep getting fired when he goes there. Somehow Spoelstra stuck it out in Miami. I guess Pat Riley just said, no, I like this guy. Sorry, LeBron. But since he's been in Cleveland, now there's even talks in LA that Luke Walton, they're not happy with Luke Walton all of a sudden. And so who knows? Luke Walton may get fired. But who are you going to put in there? I don't know. But so Anthony Davis has to play a home game, and that first night he's courted with booze from the home team or the home crowd, and it's just awkward. And he goes off. He scores a bunch of points that night. They win the game. All is well as far as that's concerned. But it's just awkward for all parties. He's made it known he wants to be gone. The team doesn't want to play you. Hell, they've even removed you already from the hype video.
Oh, wow.
But now they required to play him, or the team is fined $500,000 per game he doesn't play. So he had already missed, I think it was 4 games or something like that. They were going to get fined $2 million. So now they have to play him because he didn't get traded anywhere. So it's just an all-around clown show in New Orleans. And he doesn't end up in L.A. And it speaks to the volumes that Lakers have been pretty bad. I like the Lakers. I know, number 1, I'm a Thunder fan. Number 2, Lakers fan. Lakers have not gotten anybody in free agency in a long time. I mean, yes, they got LeBron James. You remove that component and you look at who they've gotten in free agency over the past decade or so.
It's a shit show.
It's been a while, and it's just weird that their inability to get people to come to LA and play for the Lakers. It blows my mind, honestly, especially when you do have a LeBron James there. So I don't know, but the other moves, actually, a lot of the big moves that actually did take place were in the East. There was a lot of small-time deals made. I won't go into that nonsense, but like in the East, you had the Raptors pick up Marc Gasol from the Memphis Grizzlies. Memphis Grizzlies have pretty much called it a dumpster fire there. They're ready to rebuild.
Start from scratch.
Yeah, they're getting rid of their big contracts. They're going to tank. They're going to suck for a while and try to rebuild. So Marc
Get some
Gasol,
cap room or whatever.
yeah. So Marc Gasol goes to the Raptors, which gives them pretty solid starting five. You get Marc Gasol, Kawhi Leonard, Serge Ibaka, Kyle Lowry.
His Highness.
Huh?
His Highness.
His Highness.
Sir Chewbacca.
Sir Chewbacca. No? All right. And then Tobias Harris goes to the 76ers, which makes for an intriguing starting five in Philly. Also, the Milwaukee Bucks acquire Nikola Mirotic.
Okay.
So
he played for the Bulls.
yeah. So
Oh,
now they've got
that's
some
pretty
depth. They've got somebody that can rebound, do some intangibles for them, because they're already a knockdown three-point shooting team, and of course they've got the Greek Freak. So the East, it seems like the four teams that are really competing for the tops in the East all improved, and they will still just be battling it out in the East. And I feel like they're all legit teams. I think they could compete with any of the teams in the West. I'm going to exclude Golden State. But the East teams are really, really good. And look out for the Milwaukee Bucks. I've been saying it all year. I've been preaching it all year. Look out for the Milwaukee Bucks. I just don't know how they'll be in the playoffs.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's looking like for sure, like maybe not so much round one, but the, what do they call them? The second round of the playoffs, call it the
Semifinals, conference semifinals.
Yeah. And so I think that probably, it sounds like that potentially is going to be a good round of good basketball to watch.
Yeah. Well, and the Lakers are in such disarray right now. In the beginning of the season, I predicted the Thunder would finish in the third spot and the Lakers would finish in the sixth, and that would be our first round matchup was with them. Thunder still in third, but now the Lakers,
8 or 9.
they're fighting for an 8th spot right now. So if they get an 8th spot, that's bad news bears for them. They got to face the Golden State Warriors first round. Congratulations. You got to face the Warriors.
That might be a number 8 seed that the Warriors don't want to play though in the first round.
No,
They're not scared of anybody, I guess.
No. The Bucks still have the best point differential in the NBA at 9.7. I was just checking that real quick. And Golden State's number 2 with 7.7.
They have a better point differential than the Warriors. That's impressive.
Yeah. Thunder are currently in third. Golden State and Denver keep staying at that 1 and 2 spot. And games are now starting to spread out as the season goes. Teams are starting to separate a little bit. So Thunder's in the third spot, 3.5 games back. But they're 2.5 games ahead of Portland, who's in the 4th spot. So now there's some separation going on. And I feel like the Thunder actually legit have a shot. I feel like they can play defense and shoot the ball. Paul George is on fire right now. The dude's up for MVP. He's playing amazing, out of his dang mind. Scored over 40 last night in their win against their comeback victory against the Rockets.
They were getting their asses handed to him, and he was just like, nope.
Yeah, they were down as much as 26 last night.
26. That's
26 points. I thought, there's no way in hell. They come back.
Because it was at Houston.
It was in Houston. They come back. James Harden gets his points again. I think he scored over 40 again. And you think, this is dead in the water. But Thunder come back and win that game. So big win.
I never did find out though. Did you find out? Did Russ get his triple double?
He did. It's his 9th triple double in a row.
Tied with Wilt Chamberlain for most in a row.
Yes. ninth triple-double in a row, and I believe Harden is still on his streak too.
Yeah.
But I don't think
Yes, Scott.
the heater unit might spew upon us. You see that live.
What the fuck?
So, yeah. That's a nice little thing. Anyway.
I guess it finally dropped. It was hot as it was
Yeah,
hot as
it
blazing.
probably had dropped to a certain point and
Yeah.
then finally said, let's kick on a little bit.
Well, I dropped it all the way down to 62 degrees.
Nice. Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, it was like a dang steam room.
Sauna.
Like, yeah, sauna. I don't know what's up. I mean, I'm not that old yet. I know old guys are like magnetized to saunas, but I don't feel like I'm there yet. Yeah, Lakers are currently a 10th seed
Yeah,
and 11.5 back.
Old guys only do the saunas because old guys, for some reason, get to a point where they are, their main goal in life is to show off their balls.
Well, and just purely, I think they get to a level where they just don't give a shit anymore.
Right.
And
I can see that. I'm getting there.
Yeah, I'm not there yet, but I can see myself down the road getting there.
Yeah.
You just don't care anymore.
Right.
You know? So, all right, so that locks down the East and the West. Pacers are still... Oh, thank you, server.
No, I won't have the peasant water. Thank you.
Oh,
Yes, recall that I have water of the gods.
he does not drink the peasant water. He has
doesn't drink
a
peasant
twist.
water.
I see. He's
Right.
Yes.
got the special,
Oh,
like
yes.
the Avion in the bottle.
Yeah, only
Yeah.
from Fiji will he drink it.
Only from Fiji and from underneath thee.
Let me go travel to Fiji real quick and I'll get you some water.
It's a quick hop, skip, and
Yeah,
a jump.
it's not too far.
Can I get some
No.
jalapenos too, please?
The kitchen's like, what are you doing with these? I'm like, I don't know, rubbing them on my face.
I hear
the
that's good.
jalapenos?
Coming up
Why do you
next.
keep asking for jalapenos?
Coming
Like
up
it's in the
next,
spawn,
Ashley
you put 'em on
will
your
rub
eyes.
jalapenos on her face.
Yeah, they're not
Right.
they're not like upset or anything.
Oh,
They're not,
no, they're just like, you're asking for a lot of jalapenos. Are you okay? I'm like, yeah, sinus problems.
Are you okay? Yeah, we're just shoving up our nose.
I'm trying to make myself have a difficult time in the restroom later on today.
Right, All right, so we just need some jalapenos. Would you like another Dr. Pepper?
and water of the gods.
Yes.
Yes.
Can I get
I'm
a...
gonna go to Fiji.
Oh yeah, and then one more.
Takata.
Yeah.
You gotta love her. She's going all the way to Fiji just to get me some water.
There you go.
That's awesome.
But I should expect no less.
Just
I'll
to
be
update
honest.
the streak
He is
on
on
James
the board.
Harden, that was his 29th consecutive game.
He's trying to get to
Of 30,
31.
31 is the next threshold. And then 65 is the tops. That's going to be...
That's a Wilt Chamberlain record too, right?
Yeah, both are Wilt Chamberlain's. The 31 streak and the 65 streak. So he's just gonna.
Even though I don't like him, and everyone knows why, but even still, that's talk about an impressive scoring record
Yeah.
by Wilt Chamberlain that you have the greatest opportunity to beat. That's
Yeah.
pretty impressive.
Now, did you get an opportunity? This was the first year that they showed on TV. You know how they now choose their teams for the NBA All-Star games.
Yeah.
They promoted it live on TNT with a little bit of back and forth. There was jokes about tampering with LeBron, and he played along. It was him and Giannis that were the two captains. And, of course, LeBron gets to pick first. He picks Kevin Durant first. Giannis picks Steph Curry first for his team.
Okay.
And so here's just a quick starting lineup for Team LeBron. He's got Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, Kawhi Leonard, James Harden, and Anthony Davis.
LeBron got Kyrie Irving.
Yeah. Giannis.
I thought there was a thing there.
No, they're good now, I guess. So
Okay.
Giannis gets Steph Curry, Joel Embiid, Paul George, Kemba Walker, and Chris Middleton. That was kind of an odd pickup, I thought. Chris Middleton's had a good year. He's great shooting the three-pointer for the Bucks, but for him to be in the starting rotation, I just thought was a weird. I guess he's thinking on that level of I need a shooter, but
So it's going to be interesting to see if Russell Westbrook or Curry gets the start there.
yeah. Well, there was a trade. There was a first-time trade Initially, Russell Westbrook was picked up by Team LeBron, but then there was a trade between the teams. LeBron received Ben Simmons and traded away Russell Westbrook to Team Giannis. So that was the first trade ever for the All-Star game.
Maybe that was hey, we don't want to, like, Westbrook doesn't want to play with Kevin Durant, or I don't know.
I don't know. I feel like that tension's kind of gone down.
It's gone away
quite a bit. Yeah. Anytime you see them together, they don't seem hostile anymore. I don't.
They're not talking shit about.
Yeah, I think it's kind of died out.
You don't text me anymore, or you don't call me anymore.
Yeah.
Time heals all wounds.
It does, and I think it's been healed. So, but those are your lineups there. In the dunk contest, our very own Hamidou Diallo is in the dunk contest from the Oklahoma City Thunder, and he's going to be facing some no-name guys: Miles Bridges from the Charlotte Hornets, John Collins of the Atlanta Hawks, and I say no name, Dennis Smith Jr. who just got traded to the Knicks, point guard for the Knicks. So,
how do they choose those? I've always wondered that.
I think they, guys submit. My God, she needs to come back around here. Sorry,
Sorry, no, that's all right.
I was distracted.
That's part of the show.
I was distracted.
But now,
I think guys have to say, like, well, I want to be a part of the dunk competition, and then they figure out who they would qualify.
Maybe during the regular season, they're noticing all the highlight dunks that the guys are doing. And they'll say, well, this guy, he does these spectacular dunks all the time. He's definitely in the dunk competition. Something like that, maybe. I don't know.
Maybe. But the dunk contest used to be really interesting. I mean, you had guys going against each other. Like, one of the most famous ones was the 88, the Michael Jordan versus Dominique Wilkins slam dunk competition. Or you have pretty much guys that are all-stars or the best of their game. That I can't say that about these four guys. These obviously are not all-stars.
Yeah.
In some cases, they're not even a starter.
The traffic was horrible.
that was
traffic?
That was
Yeah.
to Fiji.
Yeah, the airport was pegged.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, and you gotta go
TSA
through
tried to
customs.
stop me.
Yeah, customs is a bitch this time of year.
Yeah, they just stop everybody.
Thank you, dear.
No problem.
Yeah, they don't even sift through the crowd anymore. They just do everybody.
Yeah, we're just stopping everybody today. We're not just gonna randomly do it.
Gotcha.
Well, the government shutdown. What
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I just feel like the dunk contest is not as interesting anymore. You've just got four no-name guys. I mean, we're interested because we have a Thunder player doing it. But it's just like, here's four guys that are not all-stars or at the top of their game. They're just doing the thing. Now, of more interest is the three-point contest, where there are some notable guys that are going against each other.
Steph Curry.
You have Steph Curry and his brother Seth Curry. He's also in the three-point
That's
competition.
kind of cool. Get to see the brothers compete.
Devin Booker of the Suns. Danny Green of the Toronto Raptors. Used to be with the Spurs.
Okay.
Joe Harris of the Nets, whoever the hell that is. Buddy Hield, Oklahoma's own Buddy Hield from the Kings, will be in the three-point competition. Damian Lillard of the Portland Trailblazers. Chris Middleton, who is an all-star, got picked in the starting five. He's going to be in it.
Oh, yeah. Well, I had heard because they were talking about it. We have two Sooners that are going to be competing. We got Buddy Hield and
Trae Young will be in the skills
Trae Young.
competition. Yeah. And then Dirk Nowitzki will do will be a part of the three-point contest.
Dirk Nowitzki at the end of his career.
Yep. And then Kemba Walker from the Hornets, who's also an all-star. So the three-point contest will actually be, to me, the most interesting. Like, unless somebody really wows you with a dunk or something, maybe you skip that portion.
There's not going to be any Glenn Rice up in the air in between the legs.
No, none of that.
Jordan jumping from the free throw line.
No, and that's going to be next Sunday. The All-Star Game is next Sunday, the 17th on TNT, primetime, 7 o'clock. And they do All-Star Weekend. So, like, the day before is the dunk contest, the three-point competition, and the skills competition. Then that Friday when they open up, it's like the opening, the Bright Stars or whatever, the
Oh yeah,
freshmen versus sophomores or whatever in the league.
they've got the rookies and the people that it's like their first or second, or it's like their second year in the NBA.
Yeah, and then they have the celebrity game, and it's really not even you're loosely calling them celebrities. It's like people from reality shows and shit. It's not like Tom Cruise is out there playing basketball, or.
Do you have a list of the people?
I
that
don't.
Are doing
Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson won't be out there playing basketball. It's just going to be some dudes.
Right. Yeah, it's gonna be guys that like you don't know them by name, but it's like that dude from Law and Order.
Yeah, that dude from Survivor.
That dude from Law and Order.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly it. Because, like, Kenneth's looking up names right now. I bet there's a lot of the names we would go, what? Who's that? I guarantee it.
Or why?
Oh, Kenneth's on his burner phone, dude. He ain't looking up nothing.
Oh, well, we don't want to interrupt happy time. Well,
didn't mean to call you out like that, Kenneth.
Who wants the mayonnaise?
You don't have.
Time to make the donuts.
You don't have to yank on it that hard, man. It's starting to turn purple.
Splooge.
Put that in your chips.
There it is.
There's your
Put that in your chips. You just thought it was sour cream.
Mike Coulter, the guy that plays Luke Cage.
Yep.
Chris Daughtry.
Chris Daughtry, the singer.
Yeah, I saw him in concert.
It's been a while for him.
Terrence J.
Yeah.
He's an on-air host and actor.
Uh-huh.
Famous Loss.
You might find that we're on that list. That's
Famous
where they're-
Loss.
Dude, I wish we were on that list. I mean,
Yeah.
we're making fun of them, but if we were on that list,
That'd be awesome.
That's another level.
But that's also an indication of how sorry the list is.
Fucking Dr. Oz.
I'll bring my A
Dr.
game.
Oz.
Really?
A
A
rapper.
spin-off character from Oprah.
A spin-off
A
character.
rapper and recording artist called
It's like
Rhapsody.
Fraser Crane.
Fraser Crane.
Dr. Oz is the spin-off from Oprah.
Or a rapper named Rhapsody. This Need to Breathe vocalist and musician Bo Reinhardt, which that name
I
sounds
agree.
familiar.
If you're going to be a vocalist, you need to breathe. I agree with that statement.
Christina Aguilera doesn't need to have a master class for that to
JB Smoove. You know that one, I'm sure.
No.
Yes.
Other than, I think Dr. Oz is
Really?
the most notorious name I've heard
Steve
so far.
Smith, the great Carolina Panthers receiver.
Okay. All right.
Aja Wilson, the 2018 WNBA Rookie of the Year.
Ja.
And then
Ja!
and Jay Williams, ESPN basketball analyst.
I know who that is.
Jason Weinman, hometown hero.
What? Hometown hero? What? Like a firefighter?
Okay.
Like some random firefighters playing this game? Jeez.
Says that.
God, how hard up are we for a damn celebrity game?
I'm telling you, they took the net, they cut some holes in it, and then they drug the
I mean,
bottom.
at least Dancing with the Stars gets people you at least have heard of.
Yeah, is Tony Danza on there at all?
Tony Danza.
Yeah, I'm Tony Danza. Yeah, I play a little basketball.
Angela! Hey, Angela, come on! Angela! Let's go to see some basketball, Angela!
This
Come
is
on,
weird.
Samantha!
They've
Me
got
and
the
you,
Milwaukee
basketball.
Bucks co-owner.
I'm pulling it. You see how I'm pulling in?
They've got the Milwaukee
the-
Bucks
who's
co-owner
the boss
playing on the other
references here?
team.
All right,
my
Tim,
God.
wasting my battery. Let me have my phone back.
Sorry.
Oh wait, he's worried he's gonna
I
get
just-
a text.
Brad Williams,
You know what I'm saying?
comedian, About
You know what I'm
Last
saying?
Night podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're killing Kenneth.
Oh, my
It's
God.
pretty bad.
Yeah. Well, you're listening and watching Tits, brought to you in part by Jaeger. Jaeger, what do you care? You drive a Saturn. So, I feel like that's our NBA talk. Yeah? Covered a little more this time. You can sense as football kind of fades away, we now go into a little bit more of the NBA. I wasn't trying to rhyme there, but that's what happened.
It's the seasons. It's the way the seasons come and go. We enter the seasons. We love the seasons. When we enter the late winter, we are mature, but we know that we're ready for the football. Now we're going into spring.
Yes.
And we get a little yeah. I don't know. I'm sorry, I don't know what that was.
That does remind me of an old bit of yours. The French.
Yeah, naked.
Yes. I do
Yeah.
everything naked. Yeah.
Right.
That guy.
Like, I like to take a walk on the beach with a woman, a fine woman. You know, these feet are in the sand. The sand is hot beneath our feet. We talk for hours.
Yeah.
Naked. I don't know.
That was a good bit. I loved it.
Yeah, I mean, it was hit or miss. I don't know.
We had fun.
Can I comment on the fact that On the Border has fantastic security, always
Yeah.
top notch. At the old place, this place, I assume that we've got the same level of protection here.
Yeah.
Because of our, we've got a lot of fans, but we also have, there's threats out there. And
There
here-
are.
By the way, here comes an umpire. But yeah, we're just
She
gonna.
about to regulate. She about to regulate.
This is the kind of security we get. We
there
have
we go.
here at On the
Oh
Border.
my God,
She's securing the perimeter.
Yeah, she
Okay,
is.
now that's the kind of security we have here at On the Border. Bulletproof glass.
Yes.
We
checked on that earlier.
Completely soundproof, thank God. But also, if you can notice, I don't know if we don't have a great shot here. We need to talk about lighting later on.
Yes.
But like right outside the parking lot here at On the Border,
Yeah.
completely fenced in.
Completely.
Why would you do
Hey,
that?
They wanted to build a wall,
Yeah.
and they did.
For the for the tons of people that are like walking and they're like, well, I would love to walk further,
Yeah, Tex-Mex.
but this wall
Oh.
divides us.
Referee.
Yeah. Oh God.
Does
Is she gonna?
Does she look like she's about to throw a? I don't see. She doesn't have any flags on her.
We ought to give her one.
Yeah. Yeah. 15-yard offsides. Yes. Too much motion. Too much white men dancing on the field. First down. There we go. Yeah, I guess she had a to-go order, but like, where the hell's she walking from? Like that was.
She sure
That
had
was
to.
quite a ways away. That she is.
She wasn't walking through that fence, and that's what I'm saying. The security here
The
is
security.
great. Not only is she securing the perimeter, but
She
trying to
did
get
have-
over that chain link.
Yeah, she had to pass a retina test to get in.
Donald Trump, eat your heart out.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Good.
Getting past that level of security. Seriously, what the fuck did they build that fence for? What an enormous waste of money. This, honestly,
It's chain link.
It's chain link, but why? What is the purpose? You think a car is going to come up from the highway?
Yeah, you never know.
That's going that way.
It's going that way,
And
yeah.
they're like, you know what we got to do here? Why? No, you don't got to. No reason for that fence.
I bet that person got fired. Maybe
No.
in hindsight, like they put up the barrier, and then they're like, hang on. They're like, no, don't. We wasted all this money on that barrier.
Right.
You're fired.
Yeah, there's somewhere where there's a barrier, a wall that is needed, and it's here instead.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't mean to make it political, but clearly that was done by the government.
Right.
Just saying. Only the government would make that choice. Like, you know what we need is a long stretch of pointless fucking fence.
Sorry, it took me a minute, but yeah, that guy's a politician. I used to work for him.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, the guy in the
Oh
red
man, I
shirt.
hope he didn't just hear me.
Government.
You know they're listening.
He's like, it was me, asshole.
No, he was running. He ran for. He didn't get it, but he ran for.
Health.
No, it was like city. City. I don't know, like district, whatever,
Assessor.
commissioner or something.
Commissioner.
Like for whatever. Yeah.
I want to run for like a lesser known. You know what I mean? I want to run for like
Commissioner of garbage disposal.
Yeah.
janitor. You know what I mean? The janitor for Paul Little.
Yeah.
Janitor.
Was it like the Surgeon General
head of
for
waste.
the Surgeon
Head of-
General for all janitors? The Janitor General.
Right, the janitor.
Oh my god. All right, so I don't know where we went from there. We were talking some NBA. Remember, We Are Tits, brought to you in part by Jaeger. Jaeger, do you like licorice? You don't anymore. So now I feel like it's time for a Tinder update.
Dun dun dun.
So, if you're watching for the first time, catch up to speed real quick on this. Drunk Tim has a Tinder account that we have created for him. We
We're all
have
involved.
started.
Look, this is a conspiracy.
It takes a
At
village.
this point.
It takes a village to get a man laid. Remember, his New Year's resolution for 2019 is get laid.
And I wouldn't mind her helping me with that.
I need her to come back over here.
Is that who you were
and drop
talking
off
about?
some food? What?
Is that who you were talking about?
Yes.
Yeah, she cute.
Yeah. But
I'd pick her nose.
anyway. So, what were we talking about? Tinder account for Tim. She, you, not she. Sorry.
Yes.
Mind off of that. We set up an account so that we could begin interaction with females. We have begun such.
with the female.
With the female
I
gender.
clicked
Yes.
the correct button on the app. Just to be fair and aware.
Good deal. Like,
Yeah,
I don't need any more surprises like
It's
that.
not like a Craigslist men seeking men type of situation.
Right.
Hey, Jose, I'm bent over.
Well, turn it sideways and you'll feel it.
Like,
Ba-dum-tsh.
My grandma.
That's what he always says.
well, I know, but it'd been funnier if, like, Paul said it.
Oh.
Why? Why is that, Tim?
Because that's something he always says.
Oh, Santa Maria. So,
I don't like no Santa Maria.
No, you
I ain't
doing
got no
your
crystal
impression
ball.
saying
Yeah.
it. That's what I meant.
yeah.
Oh, do
that's
you
what he
like
meant.
my Jose impression?
Yeah,
Yes.
well, it's
Okay.
it's hilarious.
Yeah.
I see.
So,
We'll have to see if Jose likes it.
this could be one of those things that you like and or comment about. We've discussed it a couple of times, whether or not this is considered catfishing for Drunk Tim. We're running a Tinder account for him. A lot of times we're getting his input on what he once said to these girls.
A lot of times, right?
And I would say most of the times. There's been some times in between where I'm trying to connect dots as far as when are you available? You know,
Right.
what does your schedule look like? Not stuff that's really going to get you all steamy and bothered. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, if we were really running it full blast ourselves,
Yes.
he'd have been laid by now.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, I think so. Because we had Lush Lonnie. And Lush Lonnie was definitely interested. To the point where one night she had messaged, now I dropped the ball there, but she had messaged she was ready for a 1 a.m. booty call.
Yeah.
So Lonnie is that interested. Lush Lonnie.
Yeah.
I don't understand. For one thing, she hasn't met me and she hasn't seen my booty. Why was she? I don't know. Why was she so interested in my booty? That night.
She saw the
2019,
picture of you.
She's got a picture. She
smells what the rocks are
baby.
cooking.
He looks like
horny, baby.
He-
Are
nice.
you Randy? Are you mad?
he's like. I see this guy. He definitely looks like somebody that wouldn't mind me using a strap on him.
Yeah, maybe you have that look to you.
I do. I got a strap. Yeah, all
He's
over
like,
my
man,
forehead.
or you never know.
Why does that remind me? That reminds me of that Adam Sandler song, "At a Medium Pace."
Right.
Yeah, pretend I'm the pizza delivery guy and watch me whack off or whatever. That
Yeah.
song.
Man,
anyway,
I guess I don't remember that.
strap a dildo
I
on
feel
and
like,
make
you know
me
what?
give you head.
We've made several Adam Sandler references like that.
Yeah.
That he's lost on. I feel like he never listened to that album.
Yeah, that was
Is
a
it
great
the
album.
one that was?
They're all gonna laugh at you.
No, they're all gonna laugh at you.
That's the album.
Yeah, I
They're all
remember
gonna laugh at
because
you,
Matthew
yeah.
Boldman
Yeah, that
turned
was,
us on to that.
yeah, he did.
Or embold
I turned myself on to it.
I'm not sure that that's true, but yeah.
Hang on,
on it
in
or,
the corner, in it, on it.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Lick it, splick it,
in it, splick it, lick it, dig it.
flick it.
So Drunk Tim has messaged several girls. Now, one girl he specifically said, "I want to suck a fart out your ass and hit it like a bong.
Hold it in like a bong.
Or
hit.
hold it in like a bong hit. Sorry, I didn't mean to mess that up.
Yeah.
Now, did we get any positive?
Here's the thing. We got no response. So
How weird. How weird is that?
what they teach you in sales is don't give up. You want to do the follow through. So I did a follow up, and I said the offer still stands.
You really did.
I really did.
Okay, when did you do that?
That was last week.
Okay, and
I'm not opposed to sucking a queef out of her twat and hold it in.
Wait a
like
minute,
bong
hold on.
hit.
Are we in the same predicament we were last week?
We are.
Why don't we learn anything?
I know.
So the Tinder thing is on the phone that we're recording our live. Can you transfer? You can transfer it to this one of these devices.
Yeah, but then I need to know passcodes and stuff.
Wait, but you created.
I do have the passcode.
Okay, we're gonna fix that.
We're gonna fix it today.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
So
You know what? Give me when we're talking.
we'll
when
come
you're-
back to the Tinder update. How
Yeah,
about that?
please.
We'll come back to it because we got some other things to talk about, and we will basically kill time with
Right.
the other stuff.
You might have to do it like that.
And you know what? Here, do this. Right, the passcodes right
will.
there.
I'll just say them out
Get
loud.
a little bit of behind
And
the scenes here.
I'll say them out loud, and then that way everybody that's watching and or listening can get on his account as well.
Okay.
And I'm kidding.
I doubt that will happen, especially now that we're on video.
Oh man, I take a lot of notes. I'm just realizing this.
That's good.
So
You should start giving notes.
So the AAF, which is an amateur football league, began last night. It's brought on by the properties are owned by CBS. They're in conjunction with the NFL. We saw that there was a game last night, San Diego, San Antonio. Just from you watching it, what did you think of it?
Well, the first thing that I noticed was, it was San Diego versus San Antonio, which I'm sitting here watching it. I'm thinking, like, what is this? Like the best high school football players from those cities, or what? But yeah, then after you showed up, you said that it was the minor leagues for the pros, and then we noticed our OU guy Zach Sanchez playing for one of the teams. So that was pretty cool. Kind of sad that he didn't really make it in the NFL. I thought that he was definitely going to be one of those ones that had a decent shot at a decent career, coming out of OU.
Yeah, I thought it was. Yeah.
What does the Tinder app look like? Honey, did you notice that I don't know what the Tinder app looks like?
Wait a minute,
Okay.
that's guide for Tinder. You want actual Tinder?
That's what I was thinking. I assume, for some reason, it's blue, isn't it?
No, it looks like that's the symbol. It's like a fire symbol.
A T, right?
Okay.
But you want,
I'll see if I can find it.
yeah, because
It's a fire symbol.
yeah, that's like a side app for it.
Okay.
So, but what's interesting about the league, what they're trying to create is they're trying to create where right now is downtime a little bit. Obviously, we're not quite into NBA playoffs, and for the casual fan, a lot of fans aren't really that into the NBA regular season. They're into the trade discussions. Really, the trade discussions have now become more popular than the NBA regular season. My God. Okay. And sorry, that may have looked like I was looking into the phone too, just because of the trajectory. But
Fuck, my phone looks sexy as
yeah,
shit right now.
man, what a nice blue on the
What
back.
an audience.
Oh man, just like but NBA trade deadline has now become
You
more
need a minute.
interesting than the NBA regular season. Everybody's waiting for the playoffs essentially, which doesn't start till April. So now there's that in between time, and what they're trying to do is create this flair, this interest in. Well, now the Super Bowl's over. Let's create this football league, and it's going to be quality, and it's going to be basically like watching the backups play against each other. That kind of quality. No, it's not the starters, but it's like the backups are out there playing. That kind of feel is what they're going for. All the players have to sign the same contract. It's a 3-year, $250,000 a year deal.
That's not bad.
They all get paid the same initially. but it's interesting. It's a lot of interesting thoughts coming together, like because they get bonuses for certain things. If they go and they do community work, then they get bonuses. Good. If they go and they do things to promote the league and this and that, they get bonuses for that.
So they got like some commission possibilities.
Yeah, so they have all sorts of different bonus structures. It gives guys an opportunity to still play. Either some guys that just missed the mark or are maybe a little bit past prime, just a little bit for their position or something. Like Trent Richardson's a name that's out there. You know, he didn't have the greatest of time in the NFL, but maybe he can flourish in this kind of a league. And so right now I think there's...
and make some money in the meantime.
I think there's 8 to 10 teams. They play a 10-week season, so it's a pretty minimal season. And then they have a 14 playoff. It's just the best 4. They play each other one game, bam, bam. You have a champion.
How many teams?
I think there's 10.
That's not bad. Be able to find 55 players or something for a 10-man roster or 10-team roster. That'll work.
Yeah, and some of them are in markets like you have like San Diego, San Antonio, Birmingham was one of the markets.
What, using the University of Alabama's?
Yeah, I don't know what stadium they're
using. Or no,
using.
wait, no, they're in Tuscaloosa.
Yeah, they're in Tuscaloosa. I don't know what stadium they're using, but so they're basically trying to create an interest of football continuing after the Super Bowl, so there's not this die-off, which there is. There's going to be a little bit. And
I was still watching.
Like I said earlier about the Super Bowl, we always want to watch excellence in stuff. So I don't know for the casual fan that this will really hit that hard. I don't know that it'll fail. I mean, I hope it succeeds. I hope it does great. But I just know for the casual fan, you want to see the best of the best. That's why we watch the Olympics. We don't watch track and field all the time. We watch the Olympics because it's every 4 years, and we know that is absolutely the top of the line. It builds interest because we're watching the best of the best. We may not even care so much about that sport, but we know that we're watching the greatest. And so
it's fun for me seeing all these different countries come together and put aside their differences and everything and be like, no, now I'm going to beat your ass on the track.
Yeah, now we're going to sport.
Yes.
And so there is a competing league.
Fuck.
We open...
This
what?
poor woman. This poor woman.
What? She's got
1,000 kids.
A slew of kids.
Good
God.
It's a...
God.
She's got the baby, but she's carrying the car seat.
Oh.
Santa Maria.
Oh, Dios mío. Santa.
It's a bad
she's carrying the car seat.
Yeah.
Without the child in it. She's got the little kid strapped to her chest in one of those kangaroo things.
Didn't one of them coming out of the ass strap of her pants?
I think so. Yeah, she had. Then she had 2 of them in tow, holding hands.
That's a lot of kids. That's when you use Postmates.
Can you give me the login for?
Yeah.
The Google. Tits Google. I'm sorry, but you know what? It's a bad sign when you've got so many fucking kids that you gotta strap them to your body like you're going into enemy territory,
or like you're hiking up Everest or something.
Right. Like, okay, strap one to each fucking arm. Like, too many fucking kids. That's your fucking problem.
Well, hey, maybe this could be good for the show. She puts out. Oh no, there is a baby in the. Holy shit!
Yeah. Oh, okay. There's so many.
There is a baby in the.
Oh, and she's
car
picking
seat.
up a to-go order with all that nonsense. Postmates. It's called Postmates, or DoorDash.
You could probably.
There she is.
You could probably afford the $5.
Wouldn't that be crazy?
Delivered.
So, like, are you making the joke that she is doing the DoorDash? Or
No, I'm saying she could really use that feature.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Because look at what she had to do to get here, to get something to go, which
Well,
Yeah.
but hold on a second. No one knows.
That's
Maybe
about
she,
as barbaric as having to go kill your food yourself. Like,
Yeah.
dude.
maybe she's working for DoorDash or Grubhub or one of those Uber Eats.
Well, no, her husband is gone, obviously, because he has to
We're
work.
giving her a whole backstory.
Well, he has to work 2 or 3 jobs to support all those fucking
these children.
kids.
Yeah.
Don't point at her, dude.
So, oh yeah, they can see.
That's
Sorry.
a good. Yeah, it's not like this window. It's
I'm
not
pointing
like
at
this
the camera,
Yeah, we're
yeah.
pointing at the
Oh,
camera.
nice.
These people, right?
Save.
These fine people here.
See, the kids look energetic, and
Well, you said the husband's gone because he's got a like. No, I think he's just gone. Like,
it could be go either
Yeah,
way.
he's out in the wilderness.
Just note to women out there: when you actively make the choice to have numerous kids, this is what it becomes.
It does, you know.
Okay, one way or another, either your
Oh,
husband
Lord.
is gone
here
to
we go.
support all those
Now we've
fucking.
got the kid. We got
the kid train.
I just feel. Oh shit.
Just look at her.
There's so many things happening right now. I just feel like I want to just grab something for her.
I know.
Oh,
You know, and just
I'll grab
help.
something for her.
No, not like that.
Oh,
Good God.
She's gonna
I don't want to be
barely.
a part of that train.
She looks like she looks like.
should I
she's-
go run and open
No.
a door for her or something?
She looks like she's having actively. If you saw a bird box,
Yes.
she's actively having that conversation every step along the way. Like, okay, we're gonna go into date. We're going in. It's gonna be dangerous. You're gonna have to do exactly as I say. Do not open your eyes for anything, no matter what. You know what I mean?
I haven't seen the bird box.
She's having this talk literally as she's going. She's doing this.
Here we go. She's coming out now.
I mean, I feel like she's with us. Hold your brother's hand.
what's happening
Hold
behind
it.
me?
Hold it. Oh, here she goes. Here she goes. Oh my gosh. Look at this.
I gotta say, the kids are pretty well behaved. They're pretty.
They have to be, or they die.
Yeah. This isn't mommy. I want to. No, you're gonna die.
Yeah.
You could die right
You
now.
don't listen to mommy
Okay,
in this
it's not for-
situation. It's a life or death situation, man.
Well, it's not for DoorDash because she just got the regular bag.
Look at the
right?
Grand Caravan.
Gosh.
Where is the poor motherfucker that has to live this life?
What's weird? Look. Oh shit! Those might be her relatives. Those kids, because she has an Arkansas sticker, bumper sticker on the back of her
Oh,
van,
we got Arkansas jokes.
and she has a Texas.
We got
license
Arkansas
plate.
jokes, you know.
Now it's about Arkansas.
Yeah, it is.
All right.
All right.
What is it?
How reliable is this going to be, by the way?
Great. It's going to be totally reliable.
Here we go.
So we're talking AAF, and just a quick mention. We opened the show. We didn't do it live on the old Facebooker there, but we did a mock press conference with Bob Stoops. No, we did a real press conference with Bob Stoops.
We were there.
Yeah, and you may or may not know Bob Stoops was given the authority of general manager / head coach for Dallas team for the upcoming XFL, which will in its own rights be another minor league football type. These are going to be competing minor league leagues.
Places that the NFL could possibly scout from and take from.
Yeah, and so the XFL, of course, is owned by Vince McMahon, who is the owner, of course, of the WWE in wrestling. So there's that aspect. It's failed once before. Remember, they had weird rules like you don't do kickoffs. In AAF, you don't have kickoffs either. You start the ball at the 25 and just go.
So what? You coin toss it. Whoever wins the coin toss, they choose to start with the ball on the 25 or
Right.
get
And-
it in the second half.
Yeah, but if you remember, in order to determine who would get the ball the first time in the XFL, I don't think they're doing that again, but they would just put the ball in the middle of the field, and the guys had to scramble for the damn ball. Whoever came up with it got the ball first. It was just this wild notion, this wild,
And
weird.
it's like, why do I want the ball? I want it to defer.
Right. I don't know. It's a little goofy. With the new league last night, I noticed there's no extra points. You have to go for 2 if you score a touchdown. They do a lot of things. You can't blitz. You can send a maximum of 5 guys after the quarterback. They're really conscious and protecting the quarterback a lot in these leagues.
Well, and I guess you can still put a decent amount of pressure on a quarterback with 5 guys.
Yeah. Well, and there was a lot of mistakes even last night. I mean, there was interceptions. you would think, man, this is heavily geared for the offense, but wasn't really a high-scoring game last night. With some of that's the chemistry too, learning.
'Cause it's new and
but a lot of mistakes, a lot of amateur. Backups playing against each other type of football. It's kind of a low-scoring game,
like the third string-a-thon.
Yeah. So the XFL doesn't come out till next year, 2020. And so that'll be interesting to see how two competing leagues, because just to do one league on its own is going to be hard to, there's so much money that has to go up front and invested in. And so there's just no guarantee that the output's going to come in. Like the money's going to just come flowing in.
Yeah.
And so now you got these two that are going to compete against each other, really fighting for those scraps, the NFL scraps. And, I don't know. More power to them. Good luck to them all. And I hope it's a cool gig for Coach Stoops.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Of course.
So
hopefully he has some fun with it.
Yeah. It's a part-time deal. He only has to spend like 3 months working on the deal or something like that. He doesn't have to spend all year, just working all these umpteen-hour days and stuff. He can go play golf. And if he's bored, then he can
go fishing.
And it's in OU off season, so he can still be involved. As far as he hangs around. Sometimes he sits in on quarterback meetings or whatever, but he hangs around. He's around the program, so it just gives him an opportunity. It gives him something to do in the winter. You can't play golf in the winter. He plays a lot of golf now. So anyway,
I would too.
Yeah, so that's the AAF and XFL. That's coming up, but not too much detail. I know it's not the greatest of stuff, but it's semi-intriguing. First game was last night. So I guess they're playing every Saturday, something like that. Anyway,
that'll work.
Now they're proposing some rules. It's time for rules to be proposed for both the NFL and Major League Baseball. Major League Baseball. Both leagues are attempting to. Both leagues are attempting to speed up the game. Or make the game better, The MLB right now is I feel like much more in an urgency mode than the NFL, of course. NFL with the non-call in the Rams Saints game, of course. Now there's pressure to let's take a look at the instant replay rules. But Major League Baseball is looking at rules to speed up the game and change things. They're looking at things like pitch count or. You can't change a pitcher. A pitcher has to face like at least 3 batters, because that there's games where they're like, oh, well, left-handed batter's coming up. I'm going to throw out a left-handed pitcher now,
And then take him out and put in the other guy.
Yeah, so they're trying to remove the ability to do that so much. All right, beautiful.
I don't know how that would work for...
Kind of beautiful.
I don't know how that would work for like your closers, because a lot of times they bring in the closers just for like the last out or two.
Yeah, well, they're also wanting to put guys on a pitch clock. The weird thing is if you put a guy on a pitch clock, then it seems like you need to also put batters on a batter's clock, because there's sometimes where a batter's sitting there feeling himself up and getting ready, like, dude, would you just get up to the plate and get ready to hit a ball sometime today? I mean, that's part of the problem too. It's not just the pitchers. But they're working on doing it's an interesting color of hair. Basically a pitch clock.
Yeah, I've never seen pubes like that on any.
Yeah, in public. But anyway. But I don't know. It just seems weird. You have to face at least like 3 batters, that type of stuff.
Well, the pitch clock and the batting clock, that seems like a definite, for sure, great idea.
Something else they're working on is they're finally really efforting. I think some of the owners have been pushing for it, but it hadn't been followed up by players. I think the players are now involved. They're trying to do a universal DH, which that sounds misleading. That sounds like there's an all-time quarterback. But that's not what it is. Like for just both leagues, you have a DH in both leagues. Currently, the American League, the DH was instituted in 1973 in the American League, and it's been
To
gone
keep
on.
pitchers from having to bat.
Pitchers don't have to go up to bat. You have a guy hit for you. But in the National League, this entire time, the pitchers have to go up to bat. So 1973, that's a long time. I mean, it's 40-something years. So so now they're finally seriously considering considering putting a DH in both leagues. And I think it's one of those things where it's like, man, it's really about time. It's really about time. I mean, how long has there been this nightmare of you try to figure out a World Series and then you've got a team that's used to doing a DH and then you got a team that's not using a DH. And so now if you get like this universal DH going, you finally make it at least somewhat, I guess, fair. Yeah, you make it universal or whatever.
Yeah, it should be played on an even,
Yeah. What do you think about a pitch count or a pitch clock?
I think it's great. Both of them, pitch count or pitch clock and batter block.
Like the pitcher has to
Or
come running out
clock.
like the dude on Major League.
I don't
like
know why, but I was thinking like cock block or something. But no, it's something else.
You know what's also weird about baseball? About the whole, the guy's got to go out there and warm up. Has he not been warming up back in the stinking
I
thing
always thought
forever?
that was- I always
Why has he
thought
got to
that
come
was-
out there and now warm up again? Well, that seems like that takes forever and a day.
Yeah.
Like, oh, he's now facing a right-handed batter. We're going to bring this guy in for that one batter. We'll bring in the other guy for the other batter. And that guy that's been warming up this whole time, he has to go warm up for that one batter. It's ridiculous. That'd be like, okay, Kevin Durant's about to come out on the court, but he's got to shoot about 10 threes before he gets going. Y'all just stand back, let Kevin Durant shoot 10 threes, and then he's warmed up. Everybody cool with that? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and they warm up too. Like I don't know. Yeah, pros do it too. I'm pretty sure they'll go to halftime and then before they start the second half, they'll warm up again.
Yeah.
Shoot around.
Yeah, like, hey, offense is coming on the field. Hey, give Brady some room. Brady needs to do some throws, okay?
Yeah.
He's having a little twitch in his hammy. He needs to kind of jog it out a little bit. Let's take a timeout.
But by the way,
Stupid.
Can we carry this on to other parts of our life?
Yeah.
Like before sex or before I go to work.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Like, hey, you got those reports? Let me just warm up a little bit first. Gotta write some shit reports real quick.
Let me
for
get the
practice.
copier,
Yeah, or if you're a waitress or whatever. Yeah, let me just, here's some stuff here just to warm me up.
I'm just practicing.
Right, you're not handing me anything.
Yeah, I didn't
To
order
warm-
this. It doesn't matter.
To warm up. Relax.
Here's
You
your
want me at my best, don't you?
So anyway, those are just some proposed rules that are coming out. We'll see if it changes. Because baseball, we got to admit, baseball's facing...
Extinction.
They really are. I believe that. And I've grown up a baseball fan. We traded baseball cards. We did the whole thing, man. We did the whole kit and caboodle.
That was
Loved
a
it.
thing, yeah.
But now, because of the changing and evolution of other sports, it feels like baseball's trying to stay behind. And if they stay behind, they'll go extinct.
By the way,
Was that the guy he was talking about that ran for something?
Yeah. Yeah, because they were sitting right here.
okay.
I was like, why is this guy standing here?
I
looking
didn't
at
know.
us?
Oh, I assumed maybe he had introduced himself. So
he
for
was
the
just standing there.
for the
Yeah.
viewers, the guy was standing here.
Yeah.
I just didn't engage with him simply because I thought maybe they had already done that. I walked out for the bathroom for a minute. I just want to make sure he wasn't an angry husband or something, or
Yeah.
that he wasn't going to strangle
Yeah.
Tim. But
Okay.
he seems alive and well.
Tim
He
wasn't-
never said hello,
No.
but Tim knows him.
Yeah.
Okay.
He said he worked for him.
All right.
I don't know.
That guy did not look like the running for a political office type.
No, he did not.
When he said there's a guy that ran for...
He's a man of the people.
He looked like a... You know what I also thought? I thought maybe he was just a sports fan. He's wearing a sports jersey.
Yeah.
I thought maybe...
Texas Tech.
I thought maybe we had our first fan. I got really excited.
I know.
I was like, hey, we have a fan here. They know where we
haven't
are.
had Blair's guys come out yet. Of course, they wouldn't have known we were going to be here today, so that would have been a curveball.
You know, we're live. For God's sakes, if you're listening, if you're watching, come on out.
Yeah.
You know, if you're in the area, come by and say hello.
Yeah. Although honestly, we're getting close to the end.
Sure.
I would say.
Yeah, next time. I don't mean now. I mean, well, whatever. Just saying. Okay, here's the thing I had with the Tinder thing.
Hang on, which you got it open?
Here's the deal. You have to go to the website. I can't find an app. You can't get an app on Fire. As far as I know.
Can't light the app on fire.
No.
Okay. So if you want, we got music. Even though we've lost Drunk Tim.
Yeah, we have.
So now we might be officially catfishing somebody.
Right.
But
the Wi-Fi here is, got its thing going on.
It's got its issues.
Yeah.
All right. Well, just to catch you up, we talked about Amy. Amy was the one that we wanted to. I want to suck a fart out your ass and hold it like a bong hit.
Yeah.
And then last week I sent the offer still stands. No response, oddly enough. And she hasn't cut him out. That's funny. Like, you don't just delete that, like cut him out. You're just like, let's see what else he's going to say.
So she could say goodbye.
She could.
But she hasn't.
She hasn't said no. So she must kind of like it in a weird, freaky way.
Or tolerate it, or doesn't know how to dismiss him.
Yeah. That's true, too.
Okay.
All right.
What do we do now?
What do we do with Amy?
Do we double back, or do we stand our ground on that?
Do we double down? Is that what you're saying?
Oh, double down. Yeah.
Double down.
Do we?
The offer still stands. Are you waiting for a penis pic?
Yeah, you know what? Fuck it. Let's see how far she can be pushed.
Do you agree? Because she's silent this whole time. So we're trying to get. Are you waiting for
dick pic?
A dick pic.
And then that way you can send like a picture of some guy named Dick or something.
Right.
All right. Yeah.
Or a picture of my jaw.
Oh, you damn autocorrect. There's our music.
No, thank you.
Okay.
Oh, no. Oh, my God.
What'd you do?
Messing it up.
It autocorrected me, and I wasn't done yet. So it says, are you waiting for a sick?
What?
Are you waiting for a sick? I'm trying to text this girl, are you waiting for a dick pic? And
It didn't work out.
it didn't work out. I'm trying to. Oh my! All right, I'm gonna actually send.
You can't delete that.
You've got to correct that. That's just confusing.
I will. Let me put. Excuse me.
Mr. Autocorrect.
Pardon me.
What's that?
You need another Tecate?
Yes, I need it.
To make the correction here.
On Tinder.
One more.
Huh? Yes.
One of my-
Yeah,
Hey.
I guess. Yeah.
You knew the guy that was
Excuse me.
just standing in here oddly?
Or
Yeah, I used to work for him. He's the politician guy.
that's what we talked about.
I
Are
walked
you-
in, assuming, because he was already
waiting
here. I walked in here
for-
assuming that he had introduced himself and I would be redundant in doing so. I didn't want to interrupt. I'm like, we obviously have a fucking fan.
autocorrect.
I have no idea who he is. And I'm like, and these guys have probably already said hello.
Okay.
And whatever.
Well, he might be listening to the show. That's what I was.
Oh, that's awesome.
Okay.
I was telling him about the show, and he's like, "Is there a link? We're friends on Facebook."
Oh,
I was
that's
like,
cool.
"Yeah, our producer Kenneth." He tags me on the post, and then I.
But I would have said hello because I was like,
Yeah.
I just assume, he probably.
It was awkward.
These guys
But
know who it
We
is.
make it work.
Yeah. Just.
I need to update you with what's going on so we're not catfishing.
a Tinder update.
Yes. We're going to update the Tinder update. So this is the girl, Amy, that you said, I want to suck a fart out your ass and hold it like a bong hit. Last week, we followed up.
Cheers.
We followed up and said the offer still stands.
All right.
Now, I have said, accidentally, are you waiting for a sick?
Are you waiting for a what?
A sick? Because I'm trying to. There's been no response, so I figure, well, maybe she's waiting for something. She hasn't deleted you. So I was going to ask, are you waiting for a dick pic? So I type dick. It autocorrects it to sick, and then I'm trying to backspace, but that ain't backspace. That's send. And so it says, are you waiting for a sick?
I think she's waiting for a sick.
Who? And then, so I say, now I'm going to say, excuse me, are you waiting for a dick pic?
Like, oh, pardon me. Like, I don't mean to.
I didn't mean to sick.
I didn't mean to offend you or anything, but are you waiting for a picture of my cock?
Yeah. All right, so that has been
By
sent.
the way, madam,
That has been sent to Amy. So now
are you
Amy
in
gets
fact
to see
waiting
that
for a
today.
picture of my junk?
And you need to be prepared in case she says yes.
For a dick pic?
Yes.
So
Live.
you're okay with
Dick pic.
you're okay with me holding that in one hand and my cock in the other?
No, Dick Cheney. Man, come on.
Yeah. All right. All right. Now, Crystal. You all don't know about Crystal. Crystal is somebody that matched with Drunk Tim, and she initiates the conversation, and she says, "Hey, how are you?" Okay. So Tim's response, and this is not catfishing because we were at the bar together before the Super Bowl. Tim, we looked into the girl's profile. She is a detention officer at Oklahoma County.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So we sent a message of detention officer at Oklahoma County. I was formerly a guest there. LOL.
I knew, of course, Paul would love that.
Who wouldn't love that? That's hilarious.
I was formerly a guest there.
So she has not responded. So we need. I feel like we need to up the ante.
So do you still have handcuffs?
The fuck? Is this how you pick up chicks though? Like,
All right.
Do they let you take the handcuffs home with you?
I'm going to start off with. I'm not. I'm not kidding. I have the scars to prove it.
I've got the bed bugs to prove it.
oh my god.
I've got the bed bugs to prove it.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. I've
Lord
got.
have mercy.
Well, and if anything, we could always send her a picture
Why
of my
the
cock.
bed bugs?
I've got the bed bugs to prove it.
Why bed bugs?
He's still trying to tighten up.
Because they're ridden
Wait,
with
so
bed bugs.
we're sending dick pics and bed bugs? Like,
Well,
I'm confused.
only upon request.
We're just
In
we're
an
confused.
effort to catch a woman, believe it or not.
Well, I mean, honesty's always the best policy. Isn't that what they say?
Thank you. That's what they say. I'm just being
So I'm
honest.
just gonna tell you
Paul,
now.
it's just like with ain't nobody got time for that. Like Sweet Brown, like
Yeah.
I'm just being myself.
You might, yeah.
Gonna
Well,
let you know up front what you're dealing with.
Yeah,
Except-
what you're getting yourself into,
except that she's
or
not
what
gonna,
I'm getting myself into.
Oh, so
Except she's not gonna know it's a joke. She's gonna be like, "Oh, okay. So, you've been to jail.
Yeah.
You've got bed bugs.
And his asshole still hurts.
the offer still stands.
Interested?
I'm still on the market. I'll add that.
Fucking shit, man.
Or you could just say, oddly enough, I'm still on the market.
Okay, I like that because it tips your hat to the. We recognize that this is.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Oddly
Can you
enough.
believe I'm still on the market?
What's wrong with these females?
Oh my god.
Oddly enough. And then on top of that, oddly enough, none of that stops the men.
Wouldn't you believe it? Wouldn't you believe it? I'm still on the market, damn it.
All right, there. That's sent to Crystal. We'll see if we get a response. God, I feel like we need a new victim.
We do.
All right, here's KT. You matched with her last week.
Katie?
KT. It's a capital K. I love them. I'm glad I have this now on this.
She looks very
The
happy.
pictures are so much bigger. And,
Yeah, no. You may want to protect the innocent here.
sorry. Oh, that's kind of a little bit of stank face.
Let me see.
Fart face.
Is that the same person?
Yeah, she just farted.
Yes, she did.
Wait a minute.
Yeah,
that's
she-
a great picture.
Yeah, that's a good
That-
picture. That
not
was
so
a
much.
bad choice.
What's the good picture?
Great picture.
Oh, yeah.
Not so great picture. Like she just saw you.
She just heard you talking
Hey, how you doing, guy? Oh.
You're one of those.
You're like, hey, I would like to suck a fart out of your ass. Oh.
Okay. Here's what her profile pic says.
Or maybe that's the look on her face while I'm sucking a fart out of her ass.
Can we go easy on the Snapchat filters? Mom, this is what she's saying.
Okay.
Can we go easy on the Snapchat filters? Mom of a 3-year-old cutie work full time looking for more friends to hang out with.
Yeah, that's not
Working. That is code
So-
for I want to fuck a lot of dudes.
Yeah.
Man,
So-
they're having to do a lot of work on that table.
What did you say on there?
Yeah.
No, yeah. Hey, you know what? Here's the deal. No. Sorry.
But, you know,
I was about
he
to
just
get
had
in.
like
I
a
don't want to go there.
schizophrenic.
I've been told I have a wiener the size of a 3-year-old.
No, do not link her child into it. I don't think that. Even though you're not talking about
Yeah,
the child.
don't let that be the word. Don't let that be the word association that she has.
Right. Speaking of my child's wiener.
Okay, I almost peed a little.
Talk amongst yourselves for a second.
Okay, so
She has the gap.
Oh. Okay,
And I'm not talking
so
about her teeth.
what do we want to say to KT?
Okay, do we want to give it a genuine shot, or is this just a fucking? Is this a fucking shit fest?
We don't know much about her. We know she has a 3-year-old. She wants people to take it easy on Snapchat filters, and she just wants to hang out with some friends.
What did that guy that gave all the advice? What was he
The
saying?
guy said if
Just
you're going
ask
to
questions.
no,
Or no,
he
just say
said
statements.
Just make statements. But this is when somebody's genuinely interested in you, like you've gotten a number from somebody. This is a Tinder app, so you're just kind of blinding into it. So I need to find more information from that. That's a different. I think that's a different video.
Let's make a statement though, like make a comment that's
Compliment.
true.
You have a great smile.
Yes, something like that.
I agree with the bullshit Snapchat stuff.
I'd say I'd say comment on her face.
You have a great smile.
I would totally pick your nose. What are you thinking, Chance? Come on, bring it.
I was just thinking, Tim, why? Like, you start off with the nice, like, oh, nice. I totally would like to stick my. Right, exactly. Yeah, it's like, oh, maybe she's born.
Okay,
with it.
how about you can say
Maybe
this?
she's family.
I'm gonna throw this out there. You have a great smile. Shame if something were to happen to it.
That sounds scary.
Yeah, wow.
What the fuck?
Wow, you're going to be on the dark net. You're going to have.
The dark net.
Wow, cyber police are going to be like, all right, Dahmer.
I'm gonna rearrange your face.
I meant it in a different way, but yeah, I see how you.
Yeah.
What the fuck else way could there
I meant
be?
like, well, how would you like to become sad?
You have a great smile.
I don't think that's better. Not by much, if anything.
You have a great smile. I agree on the Snapchat filters.
Yeah, I do. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. Hey, they have something in common. That's beautiful.
That's what I'm trying to bring together.
The people.
The people. I agree with you on the Snapchat filters. Go.
Also, I want to dip my balls into some wax and coat your.
Yeah, I'm currently listening
hair
to some
removal.
Enya.
What did you say?
I'm currently listening to some Enya and dipping candle wax on my nipples.
Who can
All right.
save?
There's definitely
Les
some-
Lonnie.
There's definitely some car porn back
How about this? Can we just fuck already?
Okay, are you there? Okay.
No, maybe not. Remember last week I tried to hook up a Super Bowl deal with her.
Yeah.
She was out of town for the weekend. So, Just finished with Sounds Like Fun. Sounds like fun. That's an inside joke.
How did your trip go?
Sounds like fun. Have a great time.
How did your trip go? Like,
This is Lush Lonnie. Remember, you started off with I want to be on you and saying some pretty crazy shit, and she was into it.
Do we want to peel it back or push forward?
I think it's time to ram it in.
Did we pushed it back, pulled it back a little bit.
Yeah, we did
Now
a
you're
cheesy.
saying-
We did a cheesy Sean Connery joke. Remember, we did the knock knock. Who's there? Dishes who? Dishes Sean Connery.
Right.
I sent a GIF with him running.
okay, like that's gonna make me pee again.
Okay.
I'm doing my dick exercises.
So what are we
but-
going? Are we going joke? Full thrust?
Should we go bachelor mode? You get a rose or something like that.
Okay, I like that. That's funny and
That turns into like kind of an Oprah Winfrey thing because they only don't give out like.
Or you want the
You know,
first that
you
just
get a
popped
rose,
up on
you
the
get a
GIF
rose.
as the Matt LeBlanc. How you doing?
I like that.
I'm
How
not
you
opposed to
doing?
it.
Eh? How you doing? I'm doing like a De
Robert
Niro.
De Niro, like
The Bachelor. Let's see what comes up here. Like you said, the internet.
he's still going, people.
I can keep this up all day.
That would, man, your face would hurt so bad after that, after a day of that.
Right?
Okay, no. I regret that. I'm going back to the Matt LeBlanc.
Okay.
First instinct. Always, bam.
Okay.
Eventually.
You know what? Spam Matt LeBlanc.
Spam Matt LeBlanc, how you
Yeah.
doing?
Although,
There
you know what? If you could find a good Steve Carell, I keep hearing that he's hot lately.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's a thing. Women are saying, "Oh, you know what? I find Steve Carell very attractive." I don't know if it's because he's funny
Yeah.
and he's kind of getting that salt and
He's
pepper
getting that
thing.
silver fox thing going.
All right, you matched with Jade. You like Jade?
Yeah, she cute. She reminds me a little bit of Larissa on that second pick.
She's a teacher. Love fun and am game for adventure.
Boy, do we have something for you.
That's all she's got. What do you want me to send to her?
Do you
You
like
spam
guys?
a Matt LeBlanc deal?
Yeah, or find Steve Carell.
Okay.
You like guys who have been held up at gunpoint? That's pretty adventurous.
It is. That is.
Cause you know I'm a bad boy. I only hang out in the shittiest parts of town. Like,
How do you? Oh, you like living adventurous?
Oh my god. I'm so sorry, but I accidentally said
What did you say?
accidentally.
I
Let
was
me
trying
see.
to type and
Let me see it.
I gotta figure out what it is first.
it's a monkey. It's a monkey in a bed.
Oh god, this has to be too bad.
Oh my god.
I'm sure this is gonna be so bad.
What the fuck? I didn't know.
I told you I've got fat fingers. I can't type. I'm trying to text.
What is that? Is that a beer?
Oh my god! What the hell? Okay, I've gotta get the,
The
readers
monkey,
in on this one.
the
viewers.
orangutan is on the like motel bed and he drinks a beer and like slams it, I guess.
Okay, I'm gonna show everybody. I'm gonna hide the person, but I'm gonna show everybody kind of what Chance just accidentally.
How the hell could that have come up?
I was trying to type Steve Carell, and somehow my thumb, I guess, meshed with.
Monkey.
It's kind of blurry. It's hard to see what's going on there.
I figured it probably would be blurry like that.
Oh my god, that is so awful.
That
So that might not work out.
it might not. You want to try to recover that, or just let it go?
Well, let
That was
go.
my last Saturday night.
That's an adventure. Follow it with no. That's an adventure.
That's a great follow-up.
I do like that.
If
it
I can type it out correctly.
Now it looks like it's on purpose.
And she's back over here. Man, they must have made a mess, Donnie, if you listen to this.
Now, that's an adventure.
I think they had a kid.
They had 2 kids, yeah.
Anybody that has a kid,
Yeah.
you're making a mess at a restaurant.
Okay. Well,
Yeah,
so
There's no way around it.
Waiters, they see the people with kids come in, they're like,
all right. So, okay. So that's happening.
Okay.
Try to compose myself here.
Dude, that
Oh.
was...
Yeah.
I could not have imagined that you even sent something like whatever the hell. I'm still confused
random
about...
as fuck.
I'm still confused about what the hell's going on in
Yeah, I'm typing Steve Carell, and it's like in tiny buttons, and then somehow I guess my fat thumb hit the GIF that had come up, and it was that one.
But what is going on in the GIF? I'm still... Oh, you don't have it up anymore.
No, I don't have it up.
They're
I
in
gotta.
like there's a motel
There's a
room
monkey sitting on a hotel bed, and a guy
next,
sitting...
next to a woman that's passed out.
And then a guy sitting in a chair, and the monkey looks like he's slapping the dude or something?
No,
Yeah.
I don't think so. I just saw the monkey drank the beer and threw it, and he's all drunk and stuff like that. Like maybe the guy's sitting in the chair.
You're just throwing it out there. You're just throwing it out there like that's what I want to do. You know?
I'd like to watch you and a monkey.
Oh God!
And a orangutan.
Woo!
Did we already talk baseball?
We did talk baseball.
Okay.
Oh wow. Okay. Try to get some composure back here. So you are watching and listening to the Idiots Talk Sports, also known as TITS, brought to you in part by Whiskey Dicks, your men's health solution.
We're also brought to you by Jaeger.
Grandmatch.com and Jaeger.
Jaeger? Well, Grand Match. No, we're not in.
No.
Oh, that's right. They're in their legal.
No, they're in
battles.
legal battles right now.
Okay.
Yeah. But also Jaeger. And also brought to you in part by Jello Shots.
Okay.
So
What about a Jaeger Jello shot?
now it's time to play a little game. Are you ready? Mm-hmm. It is time to play a little game called Dirty Dictionary. And every now and then I'll take a look back and see if we get a response on Tinder. I doubt it. But I'm just going to throw that out there. Mm-hmm. So I know we're getting close to the 3-hour mark. So I'm going to kind of wind this down, but definitely going to play some Dirty Dictionary at the very minimal to finish this fun out that we've been having today. Oh.
Yeah, girl.
Yeah, girl.
You know I'm gonna suck that fart out of your ass and hold it in like a bong hit.
Yeah.
Just like your daddy did to you.
So we've gotten progressively further into the gutter as the show goes along. Time to end out at rock bottom.
Yeah, we've got to outdo the show before.
Yeah, we do. Now, this might be a lob, but I feel like it's theme related because it's we're coming up on Valentine's Day, also known as Singles Awareness Day. Right? So, what do you think Cupid's toothpaste is?
Cupid's cum.
Yeah, I would say there's cum, definitely. There's semen certainly involved here. I'm going to go straight forward and say it's when your lover provides the semen onto a toothbrush. And
Or just straight onto the teeth.
Okay, yeah.
That's awesome.
Teeth whiteners.
I said it's a lob. It's semen. That's Cupid's toothpaste. It's semen.
It's just semen?
It's just semen.
Oh, Cupid's. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. That's
it.
The old Cupid's. How would you. Hey, hon.
Yes.
How
That's
would you
like
like a
some-
little bit of the Cupid's toothpaste?
We can do like some Sam. We could do like some Sam Cooke, like Cupid, draw back your cock and let your sperm and flog. I don't know.
Okay. It's not high in fluoride, but it's Cupid's toothpaste.
Right.
It does have vitamins and minerals.
Now, next up, this has nothing to do with Valentine's Day. I mean, it could.
All of this really could.
It really could if you wanted to. But what do you think a Tokyo dumpster is?
I'm gonna let Paul go on this one first.
Tokyo dumpster.
Okay, God have mercy. Man, I know that there's some racist shit involved in there somewhere. I just feel it coming. I'm not gonna fall for it though.
Is it gonna be like a?
I'm not falling for it. I'm not going to sink to that level today.
Yes.
So you eat some food and you get your
Sushi. There's sushi involved.
Well, I was thinking, yeah, that'll work, but I was thinking.
And you shove sushi up the asshole. That's a Tokyo dumpster.
Wow.
The prediction cookie. What the fuck? The fortune cookie.
The prediction cookie.
Fuck, I guess we have a high of 77 and a slight chance of rain.
Yes.
Do you hear what I'm saying about the
Yeah.
sushi and the butthole?
I love it.
Because I'm saying that the butthole is another word for dumpster. Like, I'm gonna shove this up your dumpster.
Like eating your groceries.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
A Tokyo dumpster.
Tokyo dumpster is when you shove tofu into a girl's vagina, then having sex with her, mashing the tofu and turning it into a slimy mush. That is called the Tokyo
I was so close.
dumpster. You were very close. I was surprised. You went with sushi, which was a great choice.
Yeah.
But
It's interesting though that the dumpster, but it's not the ass.
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Mine makes more sense.
Yours makes more
I
sense.
think you could argue that. All right.
Oh, that hurts.
Let's get it on.
All right. I'm gonna stick with the theme of Tokyo. What is a Tokyo tunnel?
Is somehow I'm stuck on the vagina. It's
That could either be the asshole or it could be like deep throating. Yeah.
I'm thinking you're in the butt and somebody else is in the vagina and y'all are touching somewhere in there, tunneling and
Ooh, I
making
like
contact
that.
somehow.
Yeah.
If that's I don't know. I need an anatomy lesson, but
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like pale
This is
ham 1,
fun.
2, 3.
Sorry. Just so
we're a couple of Tecates in.
a couple.
Yeah.
Couple.
Your glasses make it look like you have fucking eyeshadow on.
Oh. Maybe he does. So Tokyo Tunnel, it kind of should remind you a little bit of Fast and Furious.
Tokyo Drift.
It's the act of racing micro machines through a small piece of PVC pipe into the asshole of a future ex-girlfriend. Now, how would this be used in a conversation, you ask? I'll tell you.
I'm glad I was gonna.
And the names they give, the script, the name is Paul, says, dude, what the fuck did you do with my micro machines? Jason, Pam got them. Paul says, why'd you give that bitch my cars? Jason goes, Tokyo Tunnel, motherfucker. Paul goes, oh, word. Jason says, yep, that bitch is gonna be shitting cars all week.
Made it totally okay. We're cool now.
Totally
We're cool now.
Dude, what'd you do with my micro machines, man? You know I gave that bitch a Tokyo Tunnel. Oh, well, in that case, I didn't need those fucking micro machines anyway.
Respect. I've only had them since I was a kid, but.
Respect.
That bitch is gonna be shitting micro machines for
Did
weeks.
I bid you adieu?
I bid you adieu. Respect.
Good day to you, Jason.
What is up with all this, like, what do they call it? Elizabethan or Elizabethan or.
I think we want to try to bring it back is the deal.
Oh.
We've kind of, gotten in the gutter. No, why not elevate our speech when talking about shoving micro machines into a girl's butthole?
Now this is one I think that there's really actually multiple definitions
Orgasms.
for this. But this is one I think Drunk Tim might be able to get because it's
Something I've done.
it's from South Park.
It's from South Park.
Okay.
All right. It's called the Texas Chili Bowl.
Oh man, I don't know if I saw that episode. Texas Chili Bowl. The chili is shit.
Shit.
You remember?
You eat a whole bunch of cheese.
You remember getting our ears cleaned out? Like, here come the chili.
Yeah.
I don't know why you gotta live in the past, man.
Well, fuck you. You don't like ears being cleaned out.
Okay, it's obviously shit. I would say it's after you eat either a bunch of beans or Fritos.
Okay. What do you think?
Why not have them chili dogs? They could have eaten hot dogs. But yeah, the chili Frito pies, yeah, that's a thing.
And you
Yeah.
put it into a bowl. For
Or what?
serving.
Maybe there's a part on the other person that acts as the bowl, like the mouth.
Ah! Shitting into a person's mouth. After eating a bowl of beans.
Oh.
Like, and chili.
Ranch style.
Right.
Ranch style beans. I've got two different versions. I'm going to give you the short version first. It is referred to in an episode of South Park. It involves Tabasco sauce, a telephone, and the anus. It can be assumed that the telephone is covered in the Tabasco sauce and then inserted into the recipient / victim's
Victims.
ass. Yeah. Possibly vagina for women for maximum discomfort. So, and then used in a sentence, I found out my girlfriend was cheating on me, so to get back at her, I gave her a Texas chili bowl, then told her I found out she was cheating. Okay, so you do the Texas chili bowl first, then you say, haha, I caught you.
That's why you just got that bitch.
Now here's the long version, which is going to take me down another wormhole, it looks like.
Okay.
Texas chili bowl. After performing a Moroccan mudslide, I'll have to go down that wormhole. The woman will stand on her head. The man will funnel his own vomit back into the woman's ass and then packs in at least an ounce of cocaine. He then snorts out some cocaine and then calls a male midget stripper. The stripper pleases the woman with a phone covered in hot sauce while the man sits in the corner and beats off to Animal Planet. The woman then stands up and the remaining cocaine, vomit, and hot sauce is caught dripping out of her ass in a pot. This is performed by every lunch lady at your school, and the cocaine, shit, hot sauce, vomit, semen mixture is then used in another sexual act called the sloppy Joe.
Shit. Literally. Like, man, that's a lot of work.
Yeah,
That's
I don't
really
know.
intense.
I bet 25% of people that get started to attempt that lose interest.
Lose any of their
halfway
luster.
through.
I like
Halfway through, they're like, it's not worth it.
while the man sits in the corner and beats off to Animal Planet. All right, but it does take me down a wormhole. I'm interested
that?
in what a Moroccan mudslide is.
Sure.
The Animal Planet, like,
Yeah, why Animal Planet?
All right, Moroccan mudslide. When a girl has diarrhea and has anal sex, she then takes a runny dump mixed with semen on her partner's face. They then get the mixture
Even
of his
Kenneth has
face.
discussed it, and usually
Then they taste.
he's writing these.
They taste the mixture of his face with tortilla chips, like what we have on the table here, only to puke it back up into a bowl in which they will then usually perform a Texas chili bowl.
that is totally like 2 girls, 1 cup type of stuff.
Why, in the name of Zeus's butthole,
Yeah.
is it in Morocco?
That's what they do in Morocco.
That's part of their tour.
Okay.
Man, oh man, oh man. Sakes alive!
Well, I am sad to announce that no one has responded as of yet to any of our Tinder glorious things that we've said to them.
Why don't we, since you bring it back up, we're done with Dirty Dictionary.
We're done with Dirty Dictionary.
Let's throw out one more to close off the show.
I love it.
And we'll see where it goes next week.
Okay. All right. So one more. One more. Oh, sorry. Takes a second here.
We can either try to hit back up on some of the old people and introduce another new one, or do both.
All right. What do you think a Tennessee muzzleloader is?
Oh, I wasn't saying. I thought we were done with Dirty Dictionary.
We are done.
Oh, okay. But
Wait a minute. What are you saying? I'm not understanding.
hit up the Tinder.
Ones that have already been hit up is, I think, what he was saying.
But it's too late. We've put it out there now. We got to know what a Tennessee.
You want to know what a Tennessee muzzleloader is?
Muzzleloader. The muzzle is the dick?
Yeah, in a mouth, obviously. Right?
Okay.
Or balls in the mouth. It's a dick in the mouth while you're holding on to something vibrating heavily. Okay, you are thrusting your dick into somebody's mouth as against a dryer while the dryer is in operation.
Ooh, interesting.
Specific.
Maybe
It's
dicks.
no less.
Well, I mean, now
Sometimes
I'm
these
just
are very
the
specific.
vibrating thing. I don't know where that came from,
Yeah.
but so now that makes me think. No, you're fucking her in the ass while she's got a vibrator in her pussy.
Well, I'm thinking about muzzling. She's either making a lot of noise or sometimes
Wait, no, muzzle. I was thinking fucking gun.
like yeah,
Yeah.
which is to reduce sound.
No, you said you said muzzle.
Muzzleloader.
I was thinking like musket, I think.
All right, here it is.
Or a dog. A dog has a muzzle to keep it from biting.
Yeah.
Ooh, oh man, we keep thinking this out. We're getting.
So okay, so now that I
So
know that
piss
it's
her
a
off.
muzzle.
So first of all, piss her off. In some way, you gotta piss her off.
Yeah,
Maybe tell her, "Hey, your sister was really great in bed last night."
Yeah.
yeah.
Then, when she goes to, "Hey, whoop." Not today, Satan. Okay, that's my final.
Yeah.
All right,
so
here we
the
go.
muzzle.
Tennessee muzzleloader. You're fucking a bitch doggy style. Then you pull out your dick and take out your dip of Copenhagen and hold it next to her pussy and punch the dip inside with your dick. Tennessee muzzleloader.
Tennessee, I assume, because Copenhagen.
Yeah. Dip.
Yeah.
From the south.
It was from, yeah, over there in them there hills.
Hey, hey! Here in Tennessee, we're good at two things: or
Prospecting.
prospecting and fucking bitches.
With Copenhagen.
All right, so that is Dirty Dictionary. Closing that out. What do you think as far as Tinder?
I don't know. Do we want to? We'll just see what happens next.
We're just
week.
going to have to see what happens. We'll update you next week. Sometimes it takes a while to respond to, videos of monkeys.
It takes a little time to get the Titanic turned back around.
That's right. So,
Are you the Titanic?
yeah.
They'll find out eventually.
Yeah, we're in month number 2. So, it takes some time.
Yeah.
Well,
And maybe it's the Carpathian.
Yeah. So I just want to say thanks to everybody that's watching. Thanks to everybody that's listening or that will be listening.
Yeah.
Of course, you can find us on YouTube. You can find us here on Facebook. Also on Anchor. Please do smiley faces. Just connect in some way. Comment. Tell us where you're listening from. I think that's very interesting. I know we'll have a lot of people here in Oklahoma, but also outside. So it's very curious. And
Send us pictures.
send us pictures if you have questions.
Nudes.
We'd love to answer some questions.
Are welcome.
And we are the Idiots Talk Sports. I'm Chance Del Fuego. I don't even know that I introduced that at the beginning of the show, actually. I don't think I did. And Drunk Tim, Big Paul with us. And until next time, you all have a great week. We will. And we will see you next week.
Have you ever felt like shutting the fuck up?
I'm out, man.